I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, we're on? Oh, we're on.
I'm ready. It's a great Dipset song.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a great. This Dipset had a lot of good music, man.
Yo, they had what was that
01.
01 to about
2000, 2001.
to about 07.
I ain't going that long.
Ain't
07 was like.
When did Ballin' come out?
Oh yeah, Jim Jones run. I'm thinking about
run.
like Dipset.
Well, that extends. He extends because at that time they hated each other, but we didn't know that was the case. So
Jim Jones was 08. Ballin' was 08.
Ballin' was 08.
Yeah.
Then he got that fucking like $30 million deal with Columbia, and then they was like, he stinks. We can't do anything with this.
Jim
and then
Jones had a lot of hits, though.
Fucking right. But then he got the Columbia and had no hits.
No, he had Pop Champagne over there, didn't he?
Well, he stole that record.
Still. good thievery.
What did they say? Good people borrow, great people steal.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, he said, Ether Boy, let me holler at you for a second.
We are recording.
It's
right?
my motherfucking record.
You want to introduce ourselves?
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy C Diddy.
And I'm Matt. Matt makes me sick.
It's the birthday boy C Diddy.
It is your birthday this week.
Next week, actually. It's the 29th.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about you same day as Ra.
Yeah. This is my marketing birthday changes every year. Yeah. I basically started doing a marketing birthday once I found out that DJ Khaled arbitrarily moves his birthday depending on what's going on in his life. Mm-hmm. And he does it anywhere from December to March. Mm-hmm. So once I found that out, I said, I can move my birthday 2-3 weeks if I want to. Fuck that shit. So my marketing date this year is Friday, March 23rd, party at Vanity Grand with Wyatt Finlucci. He's performing live. It's my birthday party. Bunch of fucking people. If you don't have tickets yet, go to vanitygrandphilly.com. As promised, I don't know if Matt's coming or not, but as promised,
I'm gonna try to get
I am paying for everything. Like I paid for 10 bottles already. I got about 25 pre-reserved for my area or whatever like that.
That's good stuff.
I'm getting everybody fucked up.
Okay, cool.
What happens after that is none of my business.
Now, how many people are allowed in your area?
Well, I have 2 sections. Which seats seated probably about 30 people.
Okay.
It's probably going to be about 80 people in my immediate vicinity.
So I need to get there early to get a seat.
I'm telling everybody to get there by 12 o'clock.
Oh, man. They don't do like a free before 10 type thing?
Not for fucking Wyatt and Lucci and me. Hell no.
Okay.
It's like kid and play.
But I'm going to explain to them that Chad's paying for everything. So, I actually left my wallet. I just brought my ID like a 16-year-old. And that's
like, well, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm representative as far as me being in here, but I can't, no cash. You don't need to bring cash. I told you that already.
That's what's up.
I mean, so that's that. We're going to have a good time. I'm thinking about going to DC Saturday. Cousin Ian, big homie Tank, got some shenanigans going on down there. I might go to DC on Saturday. I don't know yet.
Okay.
To be determined.
You know how I feel about partying with the niggers.
No. 2 words to describe it. No.
That's I was telling my girl, I'm like, she's like, yo, you gonna go to Chad joint? I'm like, I think it's gonna be Negroes there. It's like that's my only.
I can go ahead and co-sign that 100%. It's gonna be Negroes there.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I can already imagine what's gonna be showing up. You know what I mean? Like, I could just see me being irritated, eating my crab cakes by myself in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I can already see it
like,
now.
Oh, your partner came? Oh, man, what's going on, Matt? Fuck y'all, back up.
Yeah, please, security.
Security, please.
Please.
Stop breathing on my crab sticks.
Yo, it's fucking driving me crazy over here. But what's been up with you other than that, though?
Man, this is just the coldest, longest winter ever. Apparently, this shit's just never fucking over. Every week when I'm like, yeah, it's almost over. We get a little 2-3 day run of sunshine and shit. Nor'easter.
Yeah, that climate control shit is crazy, man. Like when you really think about like global warming, like it was a nor'easter yesterday. The streets are dry. Like that shit is gone.
Well, listen, I went out last night at like 11:30 to like shovel my cars out and shit, and I'm just like, this is thick, fluffy white snow.
Shovel my cars.
Well,
did anybody else catch that? I caught it.
I had to go shovel the vehicles out or whatever, and it was like thick, fluffy white snow, like the shit in like cartoons. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't like.
Yeah, I took the dog out last night. She was having a ball. And it was the snow. It
was perfect fucking snow. Yeah. Like it was piled up on the cars. We probably did get about 6 to 8 inches
6
or
to
whatever.
7 years, something like that.
But I'm just like got the little sweeper journal. Coming right off the car. It's not no ice layer, nothing sticking to the shit. And then I come out this morning and I'm like, did it snow?
Yeah.
This shit is like already halfway gone, man.
It's gone. The streets are black.
I was in Delaware today. It was no
nothing. It was like nice out. Shit is mind blowing, yo. When you really sit back and think about it.
Shout out to Al Gore. He tried to warn us about
I saw your Al Gore tweet the other day.
Holy shit.
Yo, Twitter is the land of
the land of the lost.
Yo, I some days I really sit back and I just be like, what?
The funny shit, right? So telling this story, Matt texts me, says, hey, I was going through your tweets looking for a laugh, and sure enough, here we are.
Sure enough.
So I'm like, yo, man, it's really, I was like, it's fucking the middle of March, the first day of spring, it's the fucking nor'easter. Like, you know, Al Gore was right. We should have listened to him. And this chick is like, wasn't that on like a TV show or a cartoon?
Wasn't Al Gore a TV character?
Isn't he like a TV character or a cartoon? I'm like, very calmly explained who Al Gore was. I said, well, Al Gore actually was the vice president under Bill Clinton, served 2 terms. He ran for president in 2000, lost to George W. Bush. Part of his platform.
He won the
popular vote, lost the electoral college. Yeah. I said he lost the presidency in the narrowest margin in fucking history. Like, he literally won half of the criteria to become president. And I'm like, part of his platform was global warming, and not necessarily that the Earth's core is getting hotter, but that there are dramatic temperature shifts and climate change going on to where in the wintertime, the winter is lasting longer and the summer is getting hotter and lasting longer, or just seasons are blending into one another to the point where we can't discern one from the other. Yeah. That was part of his platform. She's like, yeah, I know, but wasn't that on some TV shit? Sis, when I said vice president of the United States, did that not cement?
And then, not to be outdone, Shorty today tweeted, I can't believe Joe Pesci never won an Oscar for Casino or Goodfellas. And I add her, I'm like, bruh, he won the Oscar in 91 for Goodfellas. She like, oh, thank goodness. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's people, I'm serious. It's people on the tweet like, yeah, that's crazy. He never won one. I'm like, yo, we literally live.
Oh, thank goodness. I've been in a time capsule the last 27 years.
It's so weird because I was telling Rob, I'm like, yo, all the people I know that are smart are like 30 and up. And it's crazy because we came along in an era where we didn't have the information.
Yeah,
you had to go find it.
Yeah.
You had to get my parents had encyclopedias. They was ordering National Geographic books. Like, you couldn't just hop on the net and find anything.
Like, I'm old enough to remember doing research papers and really having to break out books and like notate sources and where shit came from. And then I remember probably around like my junior year of college, it just shifted. And then there was all these fucking search engines. I had a geography class and it was like some fucking earth-based geography shit, or it was like some economic geometry, geography or some shit like that, where it's like tying in the geography of different locations with the economics and how they're able to feed themselves and all this shit. So I remember having to do this like research paper, and the teacher giving us like these search engines of the internet on where to find shit, and I'm just like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They like, no, like you go to LexisNexis and here and there.
Remember Ask Jeeves?
All of that shit.
Remember that shit? Like that's really what the fuck the internet was when it first cracked off. And I remember, having a conversation with somebody at this was downtown. Like we was downtown for like a work joint. Like when you got to go downtown every now and for classes or whatever. And they was talking about Casino, like, cause they was talking about good movies or whatever. And I was like, yeah, Casino was dope because it actually played out like the real story or whatever. Right. And one of the guys was like, yeah, like the Nicky Santoro guy, like I never heard of him like in real life, like before the movie. I'm like, well, he's not a real character. Like the real character's name is Tony Spilaccio. He was the head of the Vegas mob. Right. And he looked on the internet, whatever, was like, oh shit, yeah, you was right. Damn, you know your mob history, huh? I'm like, well, I read. Like you can read.
There were these books.
You can like read
these leather bound books full of information.
And I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, reading is free. Like all the libraries you've ever seen, the first word in the sentence on the building is free. There isn't a library out there you got to pay a membership fee to.
But you do know that like majority of niggas out there at like 7 years old took out like the Cat in the Hat and never returned it, and since then have been fucking scarred from like reading books.
And I don't know, maybe I just grew up, not live or whatever. Like we was weirdos. But I remember when the library was like popping on Island Ave. Like the library used to be jumping. Motherfuckers would be in there doing homework. I remember when the internet first like came along. I used to print out rap lyrics and sell them at school. Real shit. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
Running a real live rap.
Running a whole racket, selling lyrics. I used to come in there with Jones this thick, selling lyrics. Yo, here go the song you want. Here go this. Here go this. And it amazes me at how in the information era, the kids are the stupidest. Like the people are just the dumbest they've ever been when the information is readily available. You can literally go on your phone right now and find the population of Ghana, the currency of anything. It amazes me when I see people literally just guess their way through it. Like, how people say tweet your way through it? People literally guess their way through it about any and everything. And then they get people to agree with them. Yeah. It's the craziest shit ever, man. That tweet today fucked me up. I couldn't believe that. He said, "Oh, thank goodness." That shit was wild. All right, so we had a long couple weeks. Where do you want to start?
Oh man, it's so much shit like that's transpired over the last couple weeks. Let's just start with the niggas.
All right, you want to start with the niggas?
Yeah,
I like that.
Miami.
Yeah,
we were talking about Miami pre-show, and it's been a lot of just fuckery and debauchery on the internet circled around spring break. And literally, maybe I've been hiding under a fucking rock, but I haven't seen no spring break coverage, like first person coverage like this in 10 or 12 years. Like that was like some old like Lake Havasu, Cancun, like MTV spring break shit. Like
remember that?
Where motherfuckers was really wilding on spring break. Like me as a horny young nigga used to look forward to this. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be some bikinis and some titties showing on this MTV shit.
Remember when MTV spring break was like the thing?
Bill Bellamy and fucking what was the other? What's the white boy name?
Kobe Cole. Was that too far back?
I'm trying to. It was. Oh man, it might have been like Dan something or whatever. It's like the white boy with the brown hair and shit. He was the other host. And
800 million white people named Dan with brown hair. Like what? But yeah, man, spring break this year was an absolute mess.
And it's like it's literally like all niggers, and it's just like everybody was like, you know what, we're convenient. Like who sent out the mass text that got everybody to Miami? Like
I think back in the day, like Freaknik happened. You figure that was what 97, like
earlier than that.
All right.
It might have been canceled like 90. By 97, it might have been over.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Hoes was doing crazy shit. Niggas was wilding out. It was all, but I feel like now there's just a disregard for anything and everything. So you got people now, like back in the day, they didn't have phones with 10 megapixel cameras. And like, yo, I'm going to just film this and put it right out there to the world. So that, like it just wasn't happening in a manner that it's happening now.
Yeah.
Some of the shit I was saying was just like, come on, y'all.
Yo, the chick got hit on the elevator.
That was crazy.
Yo, Mike Epps looking old head walked on like, damn, like,
Mike,
I didn't know y'all was fucking today. Nobody told me.
I said, damn, I came down here for this motherfucking work conference. Here I am. Bitches is getting knocked off an elevator.
I'm here looking for the continental breakfast, the motherfucking bagels and veggie cream cheese. You getting ran down on the motherfucking elevator.
On the elevator.
Ain't nobody asked me if I wanted no pussy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it was going down like this today.
On the elevator.
That was the wildest joint that I seen by far. The whole exchange with Shorty and the twerking Shorty online with
a union rep
rep Facebook. Yeah, that shit was just like, dog. That shit escalated so quickly and just so ridiculously.
Yeah, that was bad.
Just like, yo, can you take this down? He like, oh shit, it is you. Like he was like the boy, like it is you.
The craziest shit I saw was the niggas crashing up the fucking foreigns.
Vacation over,
dog. Like
once you crash the foreign, it's time to go home.
The one nigga, the Ferrari was on fire. I'm like, what in the Dale Earnhardt? Like, do you know how much wild shit you got to be getting into? Like, when we went down there and we rented all them fucking cars and shit. we was wilding out,
Shout
driving
out to Pain
fast,
Gang.
doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Always Pain Gang. We was doing a bunch of silly shit. One of our guys, I'm gonna put his name out there. He scratched one of the cars. Just scratched it. Like he took the car against like one of those guardrail joints and scratched it.
Yeah.
We got it buffed out, kept it moving. But if the Rari is on fire, you had to have been.
What story do you come back to Exotic Rentals 305 with when the Rari's on fire?
Like, you ever seen like cars that like when they catch on fire and crashes, they doing 200. Like something crazy had to happen.
But that's motherfuckers not used to nothing, and they literally been sitting on the internet all year, festering like, nigga, I'm gonna fuck this shit up when I get to my hand,
and even like some of the videos I've seen in the last couple of years of motherfuckers going down there, I'll be like, y'all doing too much. Like, have fun. We had fun.
Yo,
like
the year I went to Tank Weekend, niggas, they had to put the beach party on Monday. Niggas was trying to drive their cars on the beach. They tried to, hold on, I'm gonna pop the sidewalk.
like,
I'm gonna get this,
like you gonna take this bitch into the ocean.
I'm gonna get this ghost up here, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. Ghosts do swim, nigga.
I'm gonna get this ghost up here if nothing else.
If nothing else,
Yo,
bitch.
I seen videos niggas just swerving through shit, doing donuts. It's like, dog, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, and it's crazy because anytime motherfuckers is doing anything and you say this, motherfucker, oh, you hating. Nah.
No, I have eyes and they work good.
They work well. The shit crazy.
My eyes is connected to the other 5 senses, which is connected to my brain, and the sensory overload from seeing you do the fuck shit is bothering me.
That shit let me know just because remember what's crazy is remember back, this was years ago, when me and you used to argue almost ad nauseum, and I would be like, city is the land of niggas having picks, and you would be like, ain't no picks. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you finally agree and understand what
no, it's definitely
like? Because I watched when we went down there and did all that shit. Everybody was like, "Oh, y'all doing too much. Y'all weird as shit." The very next year,
364 days later,
it was 92 foreign cars ripping every which way.
that's because niggas don't want to be left out. Niggas,
And
are
I'm
not
like,
comfortable
oh,
when they own
y'all didn't
shit.
mean it was corny. We were
Yeah,
corny.
y'all corny niggas doing it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But don't tell me it was corny. And then you show up in the same car I rented,
94 foreigns.
acting a fool. Don't tell me that.
Like, you couldn't get a motherfucking Geo Metro that year I went down there. Niggas rented everything. Niggas had pickup trucks,
Everything.
Yukons.
Everything. Niggas was getting it regular shit. 300s with the SRT.
Like,
it was crazy.
Like, nigga, the Ubers is $4 down here. Everybody's competing. You don't need to do this shit.
Yeah, man. I saw that shit the other day, though. The Ghost was crashed up. Ferrari was on fire. It's like,
I'm going to give everybody some free advice on how to navigate Tank Weekend. You don't need to fuck a car. You do not need a car.
it's weird that somebody asked me the other day, we got some new questions, too.
Okay.
Joint.
You do not need a fucking car.
I was going to say the question, but go ahead. Do you think?
What you need is to find out whatever hotel the whores is at. And I'm only calling y'all the whores because I don't know your names individually. Find out whatever hotel the whores is at. Stock your room with Patron and Henny and just wait for these bitches to just fucking float in and out of the hotel and just pick them off. That's all you got to do. You do not need a fucking car, man.
It's weird. It's like I said, one of the questions on the joint was like, do you feel like the whole culture of the whole foreigners and shit is like blown out of proportion? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was thinking to myself, like, am I hating? I mean, I could do it in any given. Shout out JC. He hit me the other day and was he's the owner of South Beach.
Yeah.
And Jeff actually runs it now. But he was telling me about all the different things they got and with the prices. And I'm just like, God damn, this shit is cheap now. It's amazing what 4 or 5 years to do. But I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know why it shifted and became like, that's the thing now.
Yeah.
Like the foreigners. Like that's numero uno.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't that for us, at least. I was more hype about the crib than the car. Like we just always like, yo, we want to rent cars, we want to drive these joints. Everybody rent one. That way we can all, you get the experience of 19 different cars and you only got to put out the money for one. So I was like, that was a good question. I was on the tip, like, I don't know why it got like that, or I mean, I know when it got like that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely know when.
I know when, but it is weird now that's like, and it ain't even for that week, for any, no sleep, any,
whatever.
Motherfuckers, that's the thing that it's crazy. Not in Vegas, not in Cali, not in Atlanta, not in New York.
And you need a car in Atlanta bad.
Yeah, not in Houston, but in Miami, it's like, The lights is on foreigns like that. It's like the only thing people understand.
Last time I went to Miami, I did it real simple. I had a group of people with me, so I just rented a fucking Benz truck or whatever like that. I did it real simple. When I went to LA though, I did have a drop top SL. I fucked them around with that joint. I had all type of old white niggas like nice fucking car, man. And then when we went to Atlanta, a friend of ours gave us his car. We had the S550 coupe or whatever like that. A friend of ours gave us his car. But like certain places, you need a fucking car. Atlanta is one of them. Miami, you don't need a fucking car, man. Especially if you doing the nigga shit and you staying in the 8 block radius.
And that's another joint. We were going every goddamn where, back and forth across different downtown. All like when you just at like the slushy factory. What's the name of the joint niggas?
Slushy factory.
Fucking Wet Willie's. When you just sitting
and
there,
that shit is disgusting. By the way,
it's horrible.
That shit is grain alcohol. That
Awful.
shit is, y'all sit here and y'all tell us how y'all don't drink no cheap shit and fuck Amsterdam and this, that, and the third. And y'all will fly to Miami to drink $9 slushies with grain alcohol in there. That shit is corn liquor.
Yeah.
That shit is made in somebody's bathtub.
Corn liquor.
Fucking strawberry. Making some of that strawberry corn liquor.
Yeah, real shit.
That shit is fucking disgusting. And that Miami heat combined with that shit will put you down. That's why y'all be dying at 4 p.m. You've been up since 11 drinking bullshit alcohol.
And eating shrimp.
Get iodine poisoning. We ate so many shrimp. We get iodine poisoning.
I remember them big drinks all the hoes was drinking on Ocean Drive.
Dying.
And they like, it's $55, $60. I'm like, you'd be better off going to 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee and a bottle. That's all that is. That's just weird. But have fun down there.
Have fun and be safe and wear a condom because most of y'all burning.
Don't crash the rentals.
Yo, the crashing of the rentals is wild, man.
Get the rentals, but please don't.
The front fell off the motherfucking reef, man.
Yo.
That shit was on the ground.
Dog. The Rari was on fire. I want to hear that explanation.
What's the meme with the bull? You want to explain to me how the fuck this 458 caught on fire?
I pulled off on John and JT. I was in a Maserati and I was doing 91 and the cops pulled me over. Undies came out of nowhere, pulled me the fuck over. John and JT like, oh, why you ain't? Because they was in a
why you ain't burn them?
They was in a Ford. What's the 4-door Ford? The not the Focus, but
the Taurus.
Not the Taurus. Whatever the other 4-door is.
Oh, the Fusion.
Fusion. They was in one of them. And
you supposed to burn them. Go ahead.
JT, oh, why you ain't burn them? I'm like, I'm going to work on Monday. I'm not about to get no high. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not going to get no fucking high speed chase. I ain't done nothing wrong. But they yanked me over. The cop came up. Why are you driving so fast? I'm like, officer, I have no explanation. I'm out of fucking control. Y'all might need to take the car and just send me back to my fucking house. I read it because I'm playing games. Cop was cracking up. He was like, man, just go ahead. But he's like, we catch you going over 100. We taking this shit. I'm like, all right. I kept it all the way live with him. I have no fucking answer for why I'm acting like this.
I'm on vacation.
That's how it gets. But please do not crash the cars.
Don't crash the foreign, man.
Don't do nothing that's going to get you locked up or in any fucking trouble.
They're going to find a way to avoid the insurance. Niggas like, oh no, I got the insurance. They're going to avoid that shit once you crash the jump.
What do you say on Atlanta? You might come for vacation, leave on probation. Don't do that. Like, have fun, but please be safe, man.
Have you been watching Atlanta?
I don't watch it.
You don't watch it?
I never watched it.
Are you just not interested?
It's like, it's one of those things where it's like I'm just gonna have to sit down and like
one day and just watch
because it once it was already going on, I couldn't. Sort of like how I did Billions. I didn't watch Billions till like the end of the first season.
Billions comes back this Sunday, by the way.
But I sat down one day and watched it straight, then watched it again.
Yeah.
Now I'm like literally like, where the fuck is Billions at? You know? So it's one of them things I'll have to just sit down one day and.
I told myself this season, I said, yo.
What's the other show the niggas love? I don't watch.
Other show the niggas love.
The Chi, the Chi.
Oh, the Shy.
The Shy.
Good show.
I called it the Chi.
Yeah, it just ended. Good show. They had.
Oh, it's like done.
It's done for the season.
Oh, okay. I thought
they've already lit it up for re-signed it for a second and third season.
The other show that the nigger women love, with the nappy headed girl,
Insecure.
Yeah, that was another one that I like had to just sit down one day.
That's a good ass show,
and I love it. It's a great show. And I just sat down one day.
What's the best episode of Insecure?
The best episode of Insecure. Man, I like the one where she finally fucked with the dark skinned boy in the studio.
Oh yeah,
that was a good ass episode. The funniest one was when. Was that the one where she had the shit at the house and the gang nigga
exactly.
shit?
Hey, who Bluetooth is this? I'm about to connect.
Yo, the blood on Insecure is the funniest dude on earth.
He said you butte and
you butte.
And I like you. And chick came in, she said, yo, I got kids. They got to go to school tomorrow. He said, I got kids too. Bitch, turn up.
Yo, the blood nigga on Insecure is the funniest character on television, dog. It's another show a lot of people are watching with some kids that I always see them post the kids on Instagram and Twitter, but I don't know what show. It's like a fat young boy with glasses.
Oh, that's The Shy.
Oh, that's The Shy. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
them young boys, they all that, man.
Are they better than the kids on The Wire?
Fuck no.
I was about to say.
No. The kid Papa, though, the fat one with the glasses, he's to their level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as the kids on The Wire. He's as dynamic as them because you shouldn't be able to be this young and be this fucking funny and have perfect comedic timing, and keep a straight face like to the shit that he's doing. He's an amazing young actor.
One of these things I'm gonna sit down and it'd be hard because like television is weird now. It's not like it was back in the day. Remember at one point life stopped for television.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever the hot show was, didn't matter if it was Fresh Prince or Martin or Family Matters or Living Single. TGIF was a thing. And now I think, we were talking about that the other day, like the 24-hour life has caught up to what life is, to where things don't really happen in a moment. They happen at your own leisure.
Yeah, they happen at people's own pace.
So
because now everything is a consumption model as opposed to like a right now thing. Like the last shit that's like still like right now related is like sports. Like certain sports shit is like the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, World Series. You need to be in the moment to see what the fuck is going on, or you're going to be totally fucking lost.
Exactly.
It's going to take the context away. But if I miss 17 episodes of Scandal, who gives a fuck? I'll go back and watch them whenever I watch them.
And it's like the DVR has become such a thing. It's like, remember when the DVR wasn't a thing?
It didn't exist.
Now people literally have their DVR. They be on their phones. Let me set my DVR for the like that shit is real. So it's hard for me just because I work. I do so much to like really just sit down and catch. Like me and my girl was saying the other day how far behind we are on SVU, the new season. It's like we every now and then we get finally sit together on the couch or in the bed. All right, yo, cut on SVU because we don't be up on it. You know what I mean? Like Power got like that for us. Like at one point we didn't miss a Power. Then it was like, did you watch the last episode? What happened last episode? The one with the Lobos got killed. Like oh no, I missed that one. Go. And that's just how TV is now. So, but one of these days I said I'm going to get into Atlanta. I don't really know about The Chi yet.
Atlanta is great.
I get mixed reviews from The Chi. And everybody I've heard say anything about Atlanta said it was good.
Atlanta is great. What's dope about Atlanta is there's a continuous storyline that goes through the show. But each episode is almost like its own thing. It's kind of like Seinfeld in that way, where it's just like,
it's overlapping, but it's not.
Yeah, fucked up shit be happening to Childish Gambino in the show, and it's just like, damn, that's crazy. Like a recent episode, like he got $4,000 from some puppies that he sold or whatever the fuck, and then he gave this bull the $4,000 to double it on the gift cards. So they in the fucking mall, and dude called him like, they on to you with them gift cards. You got about 15 minutes for them Charles expire. So this nigga leaving the mall with all of this shit and lost half the money on the gift cards. I'm like, damn, that happened to me before. I was in Nordstrom. Me and my cousin Mike Perkins, we bought all these Nordstrom gift cards. We Jones ran out on us.
And another thing with like television now, and again, we just talked about, did we talk about people being stupid yet? No, we're going to do that later in the show. We did that off air before we started.
Yeah.
Like, people nowadays really aren't like bright.
No.
You know, Love always said we don't need to be talking to these people, and that shit becomes more and more evident. Just like the whole the tweet shit, seeing some of the shit that intrigues people or entertains them. It's like I can't get down with like Love and hip hop. Those they don't do anything for me to the point where I'm literally just looking at the TV and I'm like, I'd rather be reading.
Yo, they literally on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they literally drug out a fucking storyline that should have took like 8 should have been a segment. They drug it out for 2 seasons.
That's what I mean.
Kirk Frost fucking having this baby out of fucking wedlock. They just now stating that the kid is his.
So, but like you figure at one point we was watching The Wire. You understand? We were watching The Sopranos. We were watching Entourage. We were watching good ass shows where the writing was so complex and so intriguing to where even like Power, we always talk and how the writing on Power is just not good.
And it used to be, which is what's so frustrating about it.
And so that's why like I catch a show with like Insecure. That's written real good.
Yeah.
The Billions is written really, really good. But even the Scandal show, it just got like, nah, yo. Like,
yeah. I appreciate the way I consume television now. I appreciate the shows that do not sacrifice the storyline for the greater good of the characters.
Yeah.
Like if like in Power, you can obviously see that they are holding on to 50 and fucking Ghosts at all fucking costs.
Like one thing I thought was interesting, The Wire, they only wrote Omar in for the first 8 episodes. And then they saw the reaction that people what's his name? Doug Simon?
Doug Simon. David Simon.
He said they literally had to go. The script that they had for the first 2 seasons got thrown. That's the crazy part. The doc season got rewritten solely because of the fact that Omar had to stay. So it's like, all right, we got to incorporate the character. We got to go back to the drawing board. Yeah. And we got to redo this shit. Yeah. That's dope. You know, and it's just like, again, with Power, it's like Tommy, Ghost, or Kanan. Yeah. Somebody should be dead. If not all of them.
Out of them 3, like you're talking about 5 seasons of this shit now? It's no way.
4. This is the 5th coming up.
It's no way. Like, you can't maintain. All of them do something either every episode or every other episode that should have them dead or in jail.
Like you look at The Wire, and this ain't like a diss, but you look at The Wire, the first season, Avon really didn't show his face till the basketball game. Yeah. That was like the 5th or 6th maybe episode.
Yeah, and then the whole fucking 3rd and 4th season he was in fucking jail.
The first season, remember, he ended in jail. Because you're a drug lord that the cops are trying to catch. They catch them.
You go to jail.
Y'all go to jail. Weebay shot a cop. You're done.
You're done.
You can't just be in this for the next 2-3 seasons as a main character on the streets after you done popped a cop. Whereas in Power, you could tie up and set a cop on fire, and the next episode, you eating breakfast at Bob Evans. Shit is crazy.
So pass me the turkey sausage.
It's like it doesn't make sense. But you look at The Wire, it's like, yo, it makes total sense for the way it all went down. Yeah. And that's my thing with television. A lot of it just isn't written good. So, but at one point, I'm going to check out Atlanta. Anything else with the niggas in Miami you want to talk about?
No, not really, man. Just don't crash the foreign.
All right, let's get into some real serious shit. Where you want to go? We got 80 different angles.
We definitely kick it off.
We got the niggas out the way. Envy and Deezus and Mero. Let's do that real quick. DJ Envy is... I'm not light-skinned, but I was so offended for light-skinned people.
Yo, he's literally the laughing stock of the internet for a week straight.
You want to start?
Go ahead. You got it.
All right. Envy's a clown.
Yes.
100%. There's no way around it. The narrative that you felt so disrespected that you had to press these dudes on air is like... The issue it wasn't an issue.
It was your issue.
It was like
if you don't cheat on your wife, there's nothing to talk about.
Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying?
If you're not fucking around with Erica Mena, like not only did you fuck around on your wife, which hey, that is what it is. You picked the scummiest bitch in the music industry to fuck around on your wife with. You picked the low hanging fruit of all low hanging fruit. Now, as beautiful as she is
beautiful
and well put together she is. She's a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
She could be 302 tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't know what Envy was doing in that situation.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you would, in a scenario like that with most successful men that got shit to lose, they're fucking the most low-profile bitch they can find. We still don't know who this bitch is Jay-Z was fucking. We can't find her.
Yeah.
The internet has been searching for her for 3 summers. We can't find the bitch. Tiger Woods was fucking mad Waffle House, Bob's Evans, Bob's Big Boy waitresses because I got to keep this shit low.
Yeah.
I can't be fucking Elle McPherson or some shit like that. It's going to get too hot. Somebody going to see me coming out of the the Park La Meridian and it's going down. Like, I'm going to be divorced. I'm going to be on the cover of People magazine like, So
he still wound up on the cover of People magazine, but you know,
but
we're
that's
not
because of the volume, not because of who you was fucking.
Yeah.
Your profiling was a little out of pocket, Tiger. But it's like envy. Not only did you make a mountain out of a molehill, what extra makes you a clown is the fact that you went out of your way to hold this and wait until you saw them on your show and make it a media moment, but you called Joe Budden, and we'll talk about his hating ass later, but you called Joe Budden and made it a point to tell him, oh, wait till Jesus and Meryl come up here, and you still went out like a sucker somehow on your own platform.
Yeah.
Because you got laughed out of the room and it made you feel so crazy that you left.
People was like, oh, his wife went to him and was like, yo, you got to say something because I feel disrespected. Now, I'm in a committed relationship and I'm with the person I'm most likely going to marry.
Yeah.
You to be married, you have to be willing at a point to probably make yourself look like an asshole. Yeah. You know, on behalf of your man. It's just sometimes it might get like 100%.
That. 100%. I've been there.
But the thing is, I don't think it was her issue. But I think 100% it was DJ Envy just felt so insecure about that money shit.
But real quick, and I'm going to just jump in and jump out. On the same token, you also have to keep it real with your wife and tell her, you want to be a media personality and go on the fucking reel. This is what you sign up for. So even though you may feel slighted by the comment, you a public figure, you got to eat that.
We was at a dinner one night and me and Lee was like, you know, joking the way we do, talking shit, whatever. And somebody was like, why don't you ever go up to the podcast and be like a woman? He like, cause no, like I'm, you know, no. And it's like, yeah, no, cause she knows you know how like I say something and immediately Love and AO is like, motherfucker, it's like, I can deal with this shit.
Right.
But shit is not her.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about like, Kevin Durant, when he got mad at people like clowning his mom or saying shit about his mom, it's like,
get off
dog,
First Take.
Your mom's on First Take. the same, we talk about Screaming A and Skip, it's the same shit. You can't be on this platform and be mad when motherfuckers have something to say about you. So it's like, yeah, y'all was already weird for going on the reel with that fucking coat you had on. You know what I'm saying?
Satin waiter's jacket.
That shit was mad weird. But it's like, y'all on the reel, y'all talking about you cheating on her, whatever, how weird it got. She almost left you, this and the third. And I'm thinking like to myself, it's like, why are you so mad at them saying that they disrespected your wife when this whole issue is because you disrespected your wife?
But that's the shit with niggas. It's like, don't nobody disrespect my wife except me, nigga.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna call my lady a bitch except me. Ain't that right, bitch? It's like that sort of shit.
Come on, man.
It's fucking ridiculous. And it's just like, yo, you really made a whole big ass thing out of a blurb. Yeah. Like, nobody even, they was talking about it on the read. I listened to that today. They tore Envy a new asshole. They called him all types of bitches and bitch ass niggas. Yeah. And like, you know how, like, don't nobody tear a motherfucker up like an LGBT crew. Like,
you don't want no work with that. Like, none.
They was tearing Envy to fucking shreds, man. It was bad.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yo, nobody even paid that shit no mind until you said anything. Like, I literally watch all Jesus and Meryl clips on YouTube religiously, and when I watched it, I didn't think nothing of what they said.
Yeah, I mean, because we're jokers, so it's like when you and
they burn everybody.
When you're a joker, you just understand like the logic, I guess, behind it. To where it's like, me personally, I don't see the offense in literally anything. Yeah. Like, people see things and they go berserk, and me, I'm like, that was funny. Yeah. But I don't get offended by the shit.
But I'm so this is how crazy I am with this shit. It be shit that be like a direct attack like on me, and I be like, you on some bullshit, and just sidestep it. I don't even feed into the shit. So when it's something that's extra, like not a thing.
And that's what's weird about me on Twitter when they be like, oh, mad emotional. I really be cracking the fuck up.
Right.
Because I even put it in my Twitter bio, the emotional tweeter. It's like, it's funny to me to see that. But I really can find a joke in just about everything. And so I don't see offense ever, really.
Yeah, it's like people be like, "Hey, would you let your white friend say the N-word?" Like, was it funny? like, I'm not bothered by that.
Yo,
word.
one of the funniest is a white dude that worked in my depot. Shout out Walt, baby love. It's a white dude named Walt that worked in my depot. He was old. They used to call him Al Bundy and shit. He's like 50 years old. He came to the depot. He's from out like what's out Conshohocken? What's that area up there?
Like Lafayette Hill?
Nah. Past Conshohocken. What's that?
Norristown.
Like he's from out there. White dude, 50 years old, never been in North Philly and shit. So of course you started the depot, you on the bullshit ass runs. We in the depot playing cards Friday night. We in there playing poker, 6-card, whatever. He had the last 33. It's a 6-trip joint.
Oh man.
He came walking in the break room and I mean, he was like sweating to you could see his nipples through his shirt. Like he was just beat like he had a tire mark on his chest.
Where you been, player?
And we looked at him. I'm like, Walt, you all right? He was like, I'm fucking exhausted. And I'm like, what happened? He was like, I'm gonna keep it honest with you guys. Them niggas wore me out there. And we burst out laughing because it's like, yo.
It depends on if it was funny or
them
not.
niggas will wear you the fuck out there. But it's like, I really don't see offense in anything unless if it's funny.
Yeah.
If something's funny, I can see the joke. Now, somebody come at me, all right, you might get your head slapped off. But I really don't, like, when I saw it, I really wasn't like, oh, that's wrong. That's offensive.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a thing till Envy mentioned it the other day.
Like, my hierarchy be like, all right, you said what you said. Is it funny? Yes or no? If yes, then laugh at it. Like, and just leave it where the fuck it is. It's like, that's like the flow chart. Like,
Then the crazy part is like Envy was just wild disrespectful for like he called him dickhead and pussy to start the joint.
Yeah, you get your head slapped off of that.
And it's like, yo, and Deezus and Mero, they good guys. I like them. I want to meet them because I know with the whole podcast shit, I wouldn't mind sitting in an interview session with them. They better than me.
Yeah, no.
I mean, 100
interview over. What they should. I said this on Twitter. I said, yo. Once I found out the fake pressing was one thing. Once I found out that he started it, because the initial clip for social media didn't have dickhead and pussy in it.
It was just you owe my wife an apology.
Yeah. So once I saw we got dickhead and pussy here, I said, interview over. Like, we flipping the table and we gonna figure this shit out later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Envy, you knew who to try that with, because if that was Jeezy or Gucci or 50, like, probably a couple bitch ass rappers you wouldn't try that with. So it's just like, you gonna try to press the comedy. It's like when Charlamagne said to Birdman, you got other problems, bruh. Like, I'm the radio guy. Like, you came to press the radio guy. It's like, dog, you came to press the practical jokers.
Yeah, really. And then the weird part is like, he apologized instantly.
Yeah,
literally instantly.
Should have been the end of it.
He said, "You're right. I apologize. I'll never make a joke about you or your wife again." And he's still going, and he's stirring the marrow.
But that's because he had a soliloquy written out for weeks.
He had the battery in his back already.
He had the battery in his back already, and he just wanted to just go. And I guess he didn't anticipate an apology.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on, these niggas apologize.
Did this nigga say he apologized?
Fuck you mean you sorry, nigga? Well, you said I owe your wife an apology, so I apologize.
I'm apologizing.
You a bitch ass nigga.
See, you know better. They definitely apologize quick. Like,
from the rip. Like,
yeah.
But it's like Love said, it's like, all right, as a man, if you feel like I wronged you in any way, I apologize. But once you start getting into your soliloquy and you damn near pointing a finger in my face and telling me what I did wrong and this and that, nigga, fuck you and your wife now.
Yeah.
Now what? Now you got to defend your wife's honor in a physical manner, or you're going to look like a bitch now. Now you got to go home and explain why the comedy nigga slapped the shit out of you on your show.
Like, babe, I attempted to get the apology.
But then I took it too far, and this nigga said, fuck you and your wife.
So then we started to get into it, and then he slapped the shit out of me. Go get a steak out the freezer. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is mad weird. But I was sitting there on the joint, I'm like, Deezus and Mero better than me. Because it's like, me and you go up there on that situation, you could have been like 100% wrong, like saying something because to me that wasn't crazy. But it's like, all right, even if you is dead wrong, the fact that a motherfucker apologizes,
it's supposed to be over.
This shit done now.
Yeah.
All right, we got that out of the way. Y'all getting ready to do XYZ. Let's get back to the interview.
But his whole approach was just,
and that's what I'm saying. When you see it from the beginning, like, you know, this is
better
this is
men
this
than
is
us.
this is XYZ. Da, 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 da. We got 2 guests, not even 2 special guests like you normally do. Dickhead and pussy. Yank. The fuck was that?
Yeah, cut the black.
You bugging, fam. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, my sense of humor ain't that good.
Yeah, like, no, like what?
My sense of humor is immaculate. My shit ain't that good.
Yeah, I got the greatest sense of humor. Yeah, no, this is not good.
Like, ho, cameraman, back it up.
Yeah.
And the fact that you in a high-rise building, it's 93,000 security guards on every motherfucking floor. Like, you really did it for TV.
Yeah, like you did it solely for this.
You really did it for a viral
then
moment.
You get mad. These niggas leave. Mind you, they got their own platform.
Yeah.
Why would we roast you here? No, everybody's going to tune in our show tonight
to see what's next.
us do this.
Yeah.
So we get on our show and then we flame your dumb ass for 15 minutes. The funniest shit ever.
30-minute show, and you got flamed for 15 minutes.
And then you tweet out, I wish they would have kept that energy in my face. It's like, well, nigga, you left.
You left the room.
You got out of there. They had that energy.
Yeah. You skedaddled.
Charlamagne said, y'all need to go outside and, you know, take it to the streets. Meryl says, well, I got my Spanx on. Like, he was joking about this shit. You got up and left. So it just, I don't know, man.
It's like, it's the weirdest shit I ever seen in radio history because the shit went your way and you still was mad somehow.
Yeah.
You got your shit off. They apologized. And they still didn't want no smoke, and you still was mad enough to leave.
Me personally, I'm just sick of the whole narrative, like, oh, me and my wife been together since we was fucking 3, and you know, this, like, it's like, dog, being together for 40 years and you beating her head in, that shit don't mean nothing.
You beat her ass 39 of them.
Like, that don't mean shit.
Gave her 7 STDs and shit. Like nigga.
Like, motherfuckers really be going through that in a relationship, dog. Getting burnt by the other person. How the fuck do you get chlamydia or gonorrhea or crabs like it's the 70s from your chick or the dude you dealing with?
Relationship over.
Nah. Them Jones be steady. That's bae. We gonna get through this.
Like if you undercook my fish too many times, it might be over. Like, bitch, you trying to kill me? Like, you know good and goddamn well this is not golden brown. The fuck is you doing? This salmon is white.
You know, you just made me think about I was on a 60 and I went to the bar right there at Richmond and Westmoreland, and I was hungry and my bus had broke down. I'm like, yo, let me get they had like food on the wall and shit, like different. I was let me get a turkey burger. She was like, how do you want it? Like, I'm about to call the fucking L&I. What the fuck you mean? It's a turkey burger.
What else you got?
like cook the shit.
First of all, no. Second of all, what else is on the fucking menu?
I'm going to Wawa.
Like, how do you want it?
Yeah, she said, how do you want it?
That reminds me, I just left fucking Shake Shack. I fucking ordered a burger. Shake Shack is on some bullshit now. They getting comfortable. They used to have an A1 customer service. How do you want your food prepared? Da, da, da. They don't even ask no more. They just make your shit well done. I don't eat no fucking well done burger. That shit was crispy as shit.
You don't need a well done burger?
Fuck no. Medium.
The freak. Burger?
Burger. Medium.
Nah. I gotta have a well done burger.
I ain't eating.
You eat medium?
Medium is the way to go.
Medium is the way to go.
I can't on a burger.
Easy.
On a steak all day, but not on a burger.
Nah, the shit is too crispy. Like
you're talking about like burnt, like barbecue, like nigga barbecue burnt.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's like overwhelmed.
It was straight. It was flat, dog.
Oh,
like it was like this. Like it was flat, dog. It was this phone fucking case.
We was talking about that the other day. The whole how do you eat your steak shit. And niggas love like well done steaks.
Like how though? Like it's like eating. You might as well eat this fucking sound box.
Oh, I tell you, we was at Morton's. My homie got a steak well done. No, he was cutting the steak. That shit was like, like the whole table was shaking. Like, dog,
you gotta bring your own motherfucking. You gotta bring your own ninja size, like fucking Raphael.
Funniest shit ever. Ra is a medium well steak. Ra been on this for years. He would always tell us like, you got to get a steak medium well. Like, it's got to be some red in there. That's the perfect way to eat a steak. Rock goes off the degrees. Like, what degrees of steak should we cook to? Ross is like, nigga, Ross is well done. I want my steak well done. We went to a steakhouse in Atlantic City one night. I can't remember the steakhouse we was in. It was in the Taj Mahal. And Ra ordered a steak. Ross ordered a steak. They ordered the same steak.
Yeah.
Ross ordered well done. No, they ordered 2 different steaks. Ross ordered his well done. Ra ordered his medium well. They well done Ra steak and medium welled Ross's steak. And yo, you had to see the disgust in both of their faces. Them niggas was pissed. That shit was hilarious. Like, yeah, man, I can't do medium well on a burger though. I don't know. Like, medium, I can't see pink. Not on a burger. I just can't. I don't want it well done, like nigga barbecue burnt.
This shit was nigga barbecue burnt. This
Oh
shit
no,
was
that's
bad,
terrible.
So you
That's
never had a burger medium?
Gotta live a little, dog.
Because
Don't knock it if you haven't tried it.
I just like I don't know. I just feel like burgers should just be done.
I'm medium everything.
Maybe one day. Do they serve burgers at Vanity?
Occasionally.
All right, we'll see if they'll do that. I'll come get a medium joint on you.
Yeah. It's on Chad's day. I missed the birthday party, but I had an open invitation for a platter, so here I am.
It's 4 in the afternoon. Yo.
A whole nother fucking day.
Yeah, ready as shit. But back, we always get off topic. That's what we do. Envy, I was really, really just upset at the way he handled the whole shit. Like, you don't walk off your own platform. That's just stupid. Yeah. And then the crazy part is the interview kept going and was good. That goes to the point of me and you always talk about, like, there's really no reason for Envy or Angela Yee. Like, that's not hating.
It's the Charlemagne show, and it has been for about 2.5 years now.
Like, think of if a host can walk off a show
and you don't miss them.
Y'all got too many hosts.
Yeah. And every show that Charlemagne misses, I'm like, this is bad.
Yo.
Every show that he misses, I'm like, this is pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it was awful. And Envy leaving was terrible.
And the worst interview of all time is on the Breakfast Club. Also, the Safari interview.
Yeah, it was pretty.
That was disgusting.
I watched like 9 minutes of it. I couldn't. I was just like, you know what?
Like I listened to the audio and I was just like, this is disgusting.
Didn't I tell you how bad it was?
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
I had to verify how bad it was. It's like, yo, don't look over there. Nigga ran over a motherfucking deer and saying the deer head came off and shit. Don't look over there, but you look anyway.
But you look anyway.
Yeah, it was like that sort of deal. Like, you know what? This is pretty fucking.
And the
bad.
crazy part was when I clicked on the Safari interview, because I was at the poker room and I watched all the Breakfast Club interviews. So I'm like, all right, let me listen to this joint, watch it. And I knew already where they was going to go.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't know it was going to be to that extent. And they just would not. And it wasn't Angela Yee. It was Envy and It was just like.
Angela Yee has a podcast that specifically addresses this topic, and she was not the one that was going there. It was these two fairies going on and on about another man's work for 32 minutes. Horrible.
Envy asked him, was that
Is
real?
that your meat, Paul? What? What does it matter to you? Like, it's no pause in that. Like,
I text you, Envy. I was like, yo, this is the weirdest.
is that your meat? Pause. Bitch, what?
Oh boy.
Worst interview ever.
That was funny as shit, boy. Oh man. Pray for Envy. Pray for.
They had a hashtag leave Envy alone.
Leave Envy alone.
I gotta go search the hashtag.
Pray for Envy. Pray for, what's his wife's name?
Gia.
Gia. You know, they've been together since they was born. You know,
They've been together since they was born.
They're trying to hang on.
Been with my wife since I was 9 months, man. And I ain't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then when I was 6, I was delivering the paper. You know what I'm saying? She used to ride on the back of the bike with me.
Meryl said, I guess the moral of the story is leave Erica Mena alone. And Jesus ran off the stage, and I'm like, that's bad, you know, because now you know she's all in the mix. Like,
she's back.
She's back.
She's back from the dead.
Wasn't she just wifed up though?
She was wifed up with Bow Wow.
No,
and that went left. She's with Kevin Durant's stepbrother now.
The boy that posted her on Instagram that had all the hoes going crazy.
Yeah, CLD Tune.
I don't know what his name is, but he posted
Cliff Dixon.
He posted a picture with her on his lap, and somebody commented like, she been around the block And he was like, yeah, well, this is where she stops. And all the hoes who try to delete their hoes was like rejoicing, like, yes. Then I'm like, no, like that's stupid as shit.
The shit. No, here's Chad's game corner for this episode.
Get your pins up.
Here's the reason why you can't jump out the window with an ex-hoe. You can fuck with them, but you can't jump out the window, because when she do some hoe shit, everybody's gonna be like, I told you so, and you're gonna be a dumbass nigga. So it's like, if you gonna fuck with an ex-hoe, cool, keep it low. You know what I'm saying? Do your motherfucking homework, your background check, keep your fillers out there in the community, see if she's sucking Ray Ray or Shorty T still. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. Then when you absolutely know, all right, then you might get bust out there, whatever, because contrary to popular belief, me and Love say this all the time, ex-hoes make the best fucking girlfriends.
Ex-hoes are fun people.
They're amazing people.
They are fun to be around.
You know what I'm saying? The only problem is they like a lot of dicks.
They hoes. That's the only issue. They like a lot of dicks.
That's the only drawback.
And honestly, that don't even be the issue. The issue be you can't get past knowing of the hoe shit.
No, but it's not that though, because it's your potential of what you might relapse. That's like,
oh, you talking about her hoeing again?
Yeah, her hoeing again. I can get past it. If I know that you all the way delivered and you changed your fucking life, I can get past it, because I'm a fucking hoe too.
Yeah.
But I have a strict rule, which is one hoe per relationship.
I agree that totally.
I'm the incumbent hoe. I've been. It's like a city councilman. I've been motherfucking holding this seat down for the last 35 years. Right. Ain't nobody gonna come in here and take my motherfucking spot.
There's been a Duke on this board since it was founded.
So here you come trying to disturb the balance of all the hoe shit. You fucking up the chi. And ultimately, if it's gonna be two hoes in a relationship, y'all both fucking and sucking and lying, y'all need to be single.
Yeah.
But if I'm lying and cheating and getting some head every now and then, you can forgive me depending on my level of commitment.
I feel like it don't be that though for like men. Like, I feel like a man can wife a hoe, but then he's worried about what might get said more than anything.
Oh, the average man, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Like
fragile masculinity on a beam.
That's what the point I was trying to make before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the average man can just be like with the hoe, knowing that, like, you know, Twitter exists and motherfuckers. Because let's keep it a bean. Y'all niggas have said some crazy shit. Yeah, I've literally, and I'm a wild nigga, and I feel like, yo, these niggas is bucking right now. But that's more so what people be worried about. Is like, what's gonna get said behind my back, or what might happen one day, like, you know, when motherfuckers is bored and get, you know, like,
my thing be, I told you so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, niggas will jump out the window because sucked his dick good, cooked him a crazy steak, you know what I'm saying? He probably wanted it well done, she made it well done, got him some A, whatever the case may be. It be exposing a lot of niggas' hands when they get with these girls that's like sexually advanced, because they immediately wife them right up. Mm-hmm. Like, they might have got into it, it's supposed to have been a fling, and they right up, I'm taking her off the market. She don't even want to be taken off the market.
And she don't know no better because it's cold outside and, you know, whatever else is going on.
So you got the motherfucking, you got some porridge for the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Porridge, yeah.
And next thing you know, y'all in a relationship, but soon as whoever get out of jail or whatever the case may be, she back fucking around with him. Now you look like a fucking idiot because you was a stopgap. I'm never too ego. The biggest problem that men have is our egos.
Right, 100%.
Period, 100%. And going through what I went through.
And that's more so what I was saying.
And going through what I went through in 2013, going broke and all that shit, losing everything, all that shit. My ego doesn't exist. I'm just fucking Chad. I'm just who I am. I'm a crazy nigga. I'm fun. I'm loyal to my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do anything for people that I care about and that I love, shit like that. I just am who I am. But I'm not ego driven. And this is why. Because I never want to be vulnerable enough to be in a situation where I make myself vulnerable because I'm thinking that I'm just so decent and I'm so this, that, and the third that I'm above what the fuck is going on right in my face.
And that's another thing I was going to say. It's like, with me, you know, like you talking about you, like with me, I just have a humility that like a lot of people will literally be like, yo, you say the wildest shit, but it be like coming off like not offensive. And it's like, yeah, because motherfuckers know I'm not like an arrogant dickhead.
Right, you're not talking down to nobody.
It's a big difference from that. Like I literally say niggas ain't shit and all this all fucking day. And niggas laugh at it because they understand where it's coming from. And it's like, yo, I just feel like when it comes to these relationships, these guys will get with these women and literally be like, I'ma just try to get shorty over there to not have to deal with X, Y, and Z. But then when it goes south and goes left, the nigga's ready to jump off the wall with it. And it's like...
But that goes back to what I was saying as far as like, I'm never that guy that's going to be like, that's going to be with somebody with a sketchy past and be like, oh, no, she ain't going such and such on me. No, nigga, you too. If and when she decides that that's what she's doing. Now, you may catch her at a point where she's done doing whatever. Same thing goes for women. A woman could take a man that's a fucking wretched ass whore and he just really might be at the point where he's done with the bullshit and, you know, and he all about her. And
Jordan retired.
Yeah.
Jordan came back. Give me my 4-5, baby. Like,
you just what it is. You just with people, you never know. And my grandfather tell me all the time, you never really know a person. Like, you would think you know everything. Yeah. And a woman will wake up one day and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And it don't even be about nothing. Like, you didn't do nothing. Or you might have did some shit 7 years ago that she just remembered that really rubbed her the wrong way. Yeah. And now you living, now you calling Joe Black with the pickup truck to come get your shit.
My girl recently mentioned something I did. And I'm looking at her, and she came out the kitchen and looked, because I was like puzzled. And she came out the kitchen and was like, "What?" And I'm like, "You know, I had hair when that happened. Like,
why do you remember
I've been bald for years. Like, but that's just how it is dealing with women.
They have all that shit cataloged.
Oh yeah, all day.
It's not even nothing. It's just who they are. They can't help themselves.
Like, you ever go to a doctor's office and it's all them charts? You ever do? It'd be a million charts on that fucking wall behind them. They know exactly where. What's your last name? What's your date of birth? All right. Well, they ain't even got to look and pull the shit right out. That's how.
Well, in the summer of '87,
and they got
you sprained
all
your
your
ankle.
shit on there. You had an appendix when you was 6. You're like, yeah, I guess just the way it go. But yeah, man, these boy, it's crazy out there.
The dating in the fucking 2010s is the worst shit ever. It's horrible.
Oh, I could believe.
It's horrible, but it's lit at the same time. You know why? It's horrible because it's so many external factors and so much shit that distracts people from just being with one another and just being about whoever you're with. It's social media is trying to look lit for the gram. It's all of these external pressures and shit like that.
Get me started with.
It's so many of these external pressures that exist that just distract people from just being good people and just focusing on what's in front of them.
You know, let's do this real quick because you just said like looking lit for the gram. And the other day I posted a tweet that like went mini viral. It said, "When's the last time you did anything that you didn't pull out your phone to show strangers you was having a good time?" Yeah. And it's the God's honest truth.
Other night, a nigga pulled out his phone, snapped a picture of the most mediocre looking dinner ever. And the caption said, "I gotta stop cooking like this because I'm gonna fuck around and marry myself." I said, nigga, yourself won't marry you with this bullshit ass dry ass chicken you made. And this fucking wild rice, Uncle Ben's wild rice. What the fuck are you talking about?
And when the wild rice medley comes out,
there's some dry ass broccoli. Ain't even had no butter on the shit.
Yo, that shit got a microwave on the front of the bag.
I said, what the fuck is going on here?
Yo, I say it all the time. Like, chicks will really go home and like bake some wings, pour that nasty ass Kraft cheese whiz on some hot shells and steam some broccoli. Put that shit on a plate and be like, just wanted to throw something together. It's like, we didn't need to see this shit.
That's exactly what you did. You threw some shit together.
This is just dinner. But like I was saying, remember the other day in the chat, I asked Love because I knew Love went to Bino. Right. Shout out Bino. We're going to get Bino up here soon.
For sure.
Bino just had his show at Coda the other day. I was like, Love, how was the show? And he was like, oh, it was great, man. Everybody had a good time. And it's like, Love was there. No phone in the air. Then I go on Instagram and like 19 stories. It's just everybody with their phone in the air. And it's just like, you're not enjoying yourself.
Well, I need everybody to know I was in the building.
It's practically, like, I forgot who it was. I think it was a Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, one of them. It was Dave Chappelle. Because they asked him about making people put their phones up. No, it was Chris Rock. They asked him about making people put their phones up at his concerts, and Chris Rock was like, well, they got this thing now where you put your phone in a bag at your seat and it locks. And Kevin Hart was throwing motherfuckers out at his show. Kevin Hart threw DJ Envy out, actually, at his show. And Chris Rock was like, if you're looking at it through the camera lens, you're not looking at it through your eyes. It's because you can't do this.
Right.
Like, you can't look and film it. So you're looking at it through a lens that isn't meant to be seen.
You're cheating the experience.
Exactly. And I feel like that just about everything. My dad he was like, I went to the restaurant the other day. The food came out. Everybody had their phone taking pictures. And
Eating good.
Yeah.
Hashtag eating good, bitch.
It's just crazy. And the crazy part is you're doing this for strangers.
Yeah.
For strangers.
You're doing this for people who literally don't care if you eat or not.
You know how I know these are strangers? Because you got 3,700 people following you, but then you post tweetgrams like, nobody got me like I got me. It's like you don't have any friends.
Or them views be higher than the likes.
Yeah. I saw that today. I'm like, what the fuck?
We know they looking, but they ain't liking all that hip shit. These are strangers.
We know they looking, but they ain't liking. It's like, yeah, man, people gotta stop living for other people, man. That shit is bad. We were still on Envy and his wife?
No.
And Deezus and them?
Well, we got through that already.
Okay. Well, where you want to go next? We still got Bruno. We still got the schools. We still got the podcast shit.
All right, Joe Budden podcast.
Okay, let's get that out the way.
So, I'm a little disappointed.
I'm not disappointed in Joe, though. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah. I'm just
go ahead.
I'm a little disappointed.
Explain to the people. They might not understand.
I'm a little disappointed in general because I'm a really big fan of that podcast. I reference them a lot on here. I generally like the show, and I was literally just telling my man Dev the other day, Penrose shit.
Yeah,
was telling Dev the other day like how good of a show it is and how they kind of like it's different than Taxstone, but they kind of fill in that void a little bit because it's just some real man talk that is missing in media just on the whole. And I like Maul's perspective a lot. I like Joe's perspective. Rory a little bit left field or whatever, but they're all different. And they all have their own unique perspective. So it really makes for an enjoyable show. Just coming from, other men and, how they view shit and through their own lenses. And Joe's fucking weird and paranoid and shit like that. And Maul is just like kind of similar to me where just like a lot of shit he just ain't going for. I think it's a good product. So last week on their afterthoughts to the podcast, they got into the fact that there's a podcast stage at
The Roots Picnic.
The Roots Picnic. And they were basically like examining who's on this podcast stage, why aren't they on the podcast stage, and basically just like kind of slick hating about who's on there and they're not. And initially when I first seen it, somebody sent it to me, they didn't make a big deal about it. They're just like, oh yeah, they referenced y'all on the afterthoughts to the podcast, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. But they said our whole name out or whatever, but it was just kind of like some passive aggressive like hate basically geared towards like, well, why are these guys on the podcast on the podcast stage and we aren't? And then it was basically discovered that Questlove doesn't even know that Joe Budden has a podcast.
Yeah.
And it was just like the energy of it was just a little bit weird. And it's like, oh, they got It's the Real and the realest podcast ever. I guess that's why we're not on there because we're too real.
No, we're not real.
We're not real or some old shit like that was said. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it definitely made you like,
huh? And it's just like, hey, you gentlemen may not know me. You may not be aware of my platform, but I'm a serious individual, just period, like in life. And, I will not stand for somebody tarnishing my brand that me and my partner here have worked so hard to build, especially without merit. And the fact that I feel like if they listen to our show, they would fucking like it.
Yeah.
Because we're a great fucking show. We're the #1 podcast in Philadelphia, far and away. We beat the sports shows. We beat the gossip shows. We beat the sucking dick shows. We beat everybody. We are the inspiration for a lot of other podcasts that have come in recent months. And this is not me being like a shit talker. This is because people come to me and for advice and ask me, I love y'all show. This and that. How do you do this? And da. What's the key to y'all success? What do you think about this? I want to do this and blah, blah, blah. And everybody can tell you, I give them all thank you, number one, for listening to our show. And then number two, this is what I think. This is my beliefs and why we're successful and this and that. And this is what you should do for your show and blah, blah, blah. And by the way, if you want me to come on your show, I will. I went on on Miss Cat's show. I went on Ryan's show as a guest. Like I've offered to go on many more other fucking people's podcasts to share my podcast audience, but just my popularity because I'm a lit nigga in Philadelphia, period. And I've lent that to a lot of fucking people, and their numbers can attest to that. And I'm the nigga in my market, and this show is the shit in our market and in other markets too. In the DMV, somewhat in New York, in parts of Texas, in parts of California. Our show is fucking lit. In the Netherlands, especially.
Shout out to Netherlands.
Shout out to the Netherlands.
Can't ever forget the Netherlands.
So with that being said, it just was like a little weird to me to be slighted and y'all don't know our show. But then I kind of stepped back from it and thought, like, they kind of slight everybody on that show.
Yeah. You done?
I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
All right, go get you. Go sit on the stool and get you a water or something. Me, this is why I stay away from you niggas. You know, like I just don't got time for this goofy ass shit. Like I'm watching it the other day, and my homie he hit. It was funny because I didn't even know. I was on Twitter, and somebody had hit me like, "Yo, when's the next TRPE dropping?" And they hashtagged it. So I hit the hashtag, and I saw somebody had like, "Oh, TRPE referenced on the Joe Budden's podcast." So I'm like, "What's that? Like, what's that about?" And he was like, "Oh, they mentioned y'all in the afterthoughts." And then somebody was like, yeah, it wasn't no hating or nothing. And I'm like, that was weird to just come out of left. Like, yeah, they weren't hating or nothing. It's like, who said that? You know, then somebody else commented on it like, I ain't gonna go that far. So I'm like, all right, let me listen to this. So I listened to it, whatever. And I can understand, that's the reason it's like, I can understand what Joe, where he was at. Like, you know, he has a big podcast. He has a
absolutely
successful, and it's weird because I like Joe. At one point, you know, he was just weird with Philly in a whole.
He had everybody from Philly blocked.
He was just weird with Philadelphia in a whole. But I like Joe. I've liked the way he's revamped what Joe Budden's is.
Media Joe is dope.
So where it's like you can't even hit him with the pump it up joke because it's just
he has another career. He's a new person.
He's revamped his whole joint. I like that. That's dope as shit. Listening to that joint is like, I can understand you like, oh damn, like I should be on there, which I agree. Like
y'all should. I was surprised that they weren't.
Real shit. They should. My thing is, I don't got time to get like, I'm playing a PLO tomorrow. Like I don't got time to like, oh let's have some podcast beef or like, and that, I was telling Rob like the whole being known and being like that shit. It's just like dog. It's pathetic after a while. Like, why can't everybody just be successful and have fun and get money and buy fake Rolexes? And, you know, like, why can't we all just do that?
$30 diamond chains.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? That was my joint more so out of it. It's like, I understood the passive-aggressive shit. I understood the low slick. Because, you know, I'm a cynical-ass person.
Yeah.
And I really understand sarcasm. Like, I got a master's degree in the shit. So it's like, yeah, I understand the little joke, little slick shit. All right, whatever. I ain't tripping off that. Like, I don't even know y'all. My thing, though, is we're a growing podcast.
Yes.
We started this shit literally. You didn't drop Pump It Up.
Right.
I wasn't on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, we didn't have anything to springboard us.
You understand what I'm saying?
Other than being cool niggas from where we're from. We didn't have any prior success to springboard us into media.
That exactly my point. It's like it's an organic like what the fuck is we supposed to say if Questlove reaches out and was like, yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on the podcast stage at the Roots Picnic.
Oh no, we stuck.
Oh no, because you know, we just started, we just getting it cracking, and we need to check with Joe Buttons and Mal to see where they like what? It's like, nah, that should just be a win for,
what would Maul think?
and it's fucked up because that's just the way black people are. Yeah. It's not a win for every, like, that's what it should be. It's like, yo, from my understanding, this is the first time they're doing a podcast stage.
Yes.
So it's like, that should just be a win for podcasts in general. Because Questlove could have easily been like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast stage. The Reed, Brilliant Idiots, you know, Angela Rye, Drink Champs, and Joe Buttons. And it'd have been like, yeah, that's what's up. I would have probably watched every episode from the joint. Brilliant Idiots isn't going to be there. The Read isn't going to be there. These are huge podcasts. That's my joint.
The Reed sold out the fucking Apollo.
Yeah, like that's my joint. It's like it should just be a win for the culture in general. But, you know, again, the way black people are, we got to go through some, but we might have to duke it up or something. Yeah, and it's just like, come on, dog. Like, this same shit happened in music, same shit. Like, you got
Male
niggas
ego.
legit mad at Dave Chappelle. Like, fam. I sold I sold out 1,500 shows, and then these motherfuckers gave me 60. The fuck I'm supposed to be like, nah.
I put in the 10,000 man hours. Get off my dick.
Shout out to Shiz. I seen him saying that. Like, I put in the fucking time. It's like, dog, me and you come into these studios, we pay our own fucking money for this shit. Our own time.
Sometimes there's a sponsor. Sometimes there's not.
It's just the way it
It's
goes.
just what it is.
And I normally don't even be getting on that type time where it's like, yo, suck my dick and all that. Like, that ain't even my steez, but it's just like, I hate niggas because niggas always be like, how'd you get this? Or how'd you get that? Not even with this podcast bullshit. Just anything. Yeah. You get a nice watch, a nice pair of shoes. It's a nigga somewhere like, how you get that?
Waiting in the wings.
How he get that? I told you when I started the gig, I had the caddy. When I got my caddy, you've been here 2 months. How you get a new Cadillac? Old head. Shut the fuck up. You have a head full of dye. Shut up. You got bigger fish to fry. Why are you worried about what I'm doing?
Need to be transitioning from the Beijing era to the natural hair era.
Real shit. It's like, dog, like, and that be my joint. It's like with just black folks in general. We gotta stop this silly ass shit.
Feel you.
Like, what the fuck is the purpose, dog? Like, you win, I win. Somebody got to. We was playing cards today in my job, and we played gin. I mean, gin, rummy. I don't know if you ever played it or whatever, but I gin a nigga like 3 straight hands, and we playing 5, 10, 15. So he won like $45 from everybody.
Yeah.
And they mad as shit, complaining. I'm just like, yo, y'all don't need to gamble. Like, this shit is driving y'all crazy.
You do know it's called gambling for a reason.
I said somebody got to win. It's just the way it go. When the Warriors won the chip and Durant hit that shot over LeBron to seal it in Game 5, and then they went back to Golden State and won, LeBron gave Kevin a big-ass hug and dapped him. Said, I love you, little bro. Somebody got to win this shit. Yeah. That's just the way life go. I lost a big-ass hand the other day playing poker. I flopped a set. Dude called me down and rivered a bigger set on me. We turned him over. He had pocket queens. I had pocket eights. I flopped a set of eights. This nigga hit a queen on the river for a bigger set. I was like, good hand. And the bull next to me was like, damn, you took that in stride. And I'm like,
the fuck is I'm supposed to do?
The fuck I'm about to jump across the table? I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody got to win this hand. The nigga won it. The fuck?
There's a such thing as a rational, irrational, emotional reaction.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, you gotta temper that shit sometimes because life is hard enough. Just period. Just on a day-to-day basis. Just waking up, washing your ass, going to work, walking down the street. Life is fucking hard enough. So if you sit here and start tripping over the minutia of day-to-day life that you cannot control.
The word of the week is minutia.
You are likely to kill yourself and other people around you.
Real talk.
Because you are clearly not equipped to live life. Like, that shit just is what it is. Shit gonna come up that you didn't expect. Your fucking water pump gonna go on your motherfucking car.
All goddamn day.
Like, you got to be prepared for shit like this, but you can't let it just ruin you like, oh, man, one more thing happened, I'm fucking jumping off a bridge. Well, just jump now.
Jump now.
Don't even wait for the shit to happen because it's going to happen.
Go rob a bank, get the $20K, put it in a trash can, let me know what the trash can is, and then jump off of a fucking bridge.
Today.
You bugging. But my thing, like I said, more than anything out of the whole joint is, when somebody's building a brand, why the fuck wouldn't they take every opportunity or every joint they can to larger their platform?
And furthermore, the Roots Picnic is a homegrown Philadelphia-based fucking festival. It's the only one that we have. Yeah. So if we can't get on the fucking Roots Picnic, what the fuck can we get on if we're the top podcast in Philadelphia? I ain't gonna go to Virginia and just be randomly meandering around down there trying to get on something. Like, what the fuck?
Meandering is always funny.
just mad suspicious looking. Like,
For those of you who don't know what meander means, go to Wet Willie's during Take Weekend. That's meandering.
mad niggas meandering around the Four Corners area.
Fucking meandering.
It's like, god damn. It's like if you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the fuck can you go?
Yeah, but that was my whole joint. It's just like, you know, I told you when I found out about the shit, I really thought it was like fake because I'm like, I didn't know anything about this. Quest ain't tell me nothing. And then I see, like I said, this joint, and it was just like Joe. Like I said, Joe was more so on the tip, like, damn, like, you know, why we not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should. And then they more so got into the who was there, and then they started talking about building your brand. These niggas ain't got no brand and all this extra shit. Not us personally, but like the proverbial you. Like, it wasn't talking about
the
us.
proverbial these niggas.
Yeah, you know, like, oh, motherfuckers talk about they brands and this, and like, motherfuckers don't got brands, and it's like, I think you could have a brand with 5 people supporting your brand.
Yeah.
If you want to do something and want to build it up.
I don't have a famous brother. I don't have a multi-platinum record that was on a video game.
Like, I be trying to tell people this all the time. Like, yo, record labels told Jay-Z, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. People are going to tell you no in life.
Kanye West said like, a lot of people don't even remember this. I think it was Freshman Adjustment, had Jesus Walks on it.
Yeah.
Kanye said he played Jesus Walks for every exec in the country, and they was like, no.
He said half of College Dropout as it exists today was on his demo.
Yeah.
Jesus Walks was on his demo.
And they said no.
This shit ain't going to never work in a million years is what they was told.
Real talk. 50 got dropped before he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. It's just the way it go. It's life. You shoot shots. Steph Curry might go 8 for 8. He also might go 8 for 17.
Right.
It's just the way it go.
Or 8 for 34. Some of my favorite Steph nights.
Yo, but Steph gonna keep shooting.
Steph gonna shoot.
It's just the way it go. So it's like when you sit around and be like, oh, how come this happened or how come this didn't happen? It's like, nah, that ain't the way to go at it. Pop, like you got to look at it through a different lens. Yo, you got to get yourself a different vantage point.
And furthermore, nobody's looking for the, like, this is just like the asshole in me. Nobody's checking for the Rory and Maul podcast. It's the Joe Budden podcast. They rebranded it because I listened to the show, so I know. It was called I'll Name This Podcast Later forever. They rebranded it as the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul. Y'all are Caesar salad. Like, y'all are the Caesar side salad. Me and my partner, we're Shaq and Kobe.
I'm Shaq.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? But
no, because Shaq's kind of stupid and fizzled out. Nah, I'm Kobe.
I don't want to be, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm Shaq. No, fuck that.
Shaq had ugly sneaks and fizzled out after like 5 years.
But I say that to say, like, we don't have anything propelling this.
It's a grassroots thing that we started doing.
We're a grassroots thing. You know what else was fucking grassroots once upon a time? Amazon.
Yeah.
Now he owns everything.
Bezos was in the garage.
Yeah. You know why? Because the smart guy always wins.
Yeah.
In the long run. Sometimes it may take longer. Sometimes you got to fucking go around the countryside and then take a back route and cut through an alley or whatever the case may be. But you're going to get, the smart guy always wins, man.
Now, with that being said, like me being a fan of Joe Budden's now because of the podcast situation.
I love his podcast.
His media run. Like, even the everyday struggle, I loved his antics on there. And I was happy when he got away from that.
But he climbed across the table on act.
It was that was good.
That was a classic.
I'd love to sit down with Joe Budden's and just, rap. Maybe go on his show. Maybe he come on our show.
That'd be awesome.
Somebody tell Joe Budden's to come through, man. We got a nice studio here. We got a flat screen. I'll get you a water, a Fiji or whatever.
Shit, I'll take you to dinner.
Chad's paying. He's paying for me at the club.
Take you to fucking Fleming's. Get you a ribeye.
That's an open invitation to Joe Budden's to come through.
Tis what it is. Tag Joe Budden's. If y'all love the show, tag Joe Budden's on this episode.
I'd love to sit down and rap with Joe, man. What was I looking at? It was something you just said that when you talked about Bezos. Have you saw Snapchat is literally about to be done?
It's about to crumble.
It's about to be done.
First Kylie, now Rihanna.
Snapchat, they offered the bull who owns Snapchat $10 billion Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
It was either 3 or 10. I think it was 10.
It was 10. You don't fuck with Zuck.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it like this. In 2014, they bought Instagram.
Yeah.
So that was 3 billion back then. So it got to be 10.
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, you don't fuck with Zuck.
Yeah.
And ultimately, when they offer you the bag, it's a sign.
Yeah.
Take the bag now,
Yeah.
or live to regret it later.
They posted a thing the other day said slap Chris Brown or punch Rihanna. I don't know.
It was an ad.
I don't even understand what
It was like an ad for like
Cool.
a game. But here's the thing: they approved the content, so it got pushed all through. Like, you know how you get like the messages from like the Snapchat administrator. It got pushed to everybody somehow.
Okay.
So people got a hold of it, and I guess a bunch of motherfuckers sent it to Rihanna.
Yeah, I saw it, and I just saw it and was just like, I don't even understand what this is, and went on about my day or whatever.
Right.
Then I came back and they was like, yeah, Snapchat just lost $800 million. I'm like, what the fuck happened today? It's like, yeah, they lost upwards of $1 billion, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Crazy. And Zuckerberg, like Zuckerbergs do, swooped in and was like, oh, y'all not gonna take the bag? All right, check this out. We're gonna do IG story. We're gonna put filters. We're gonna make fucking videos that disappear. We're gonna do this shit just like
we're gonna
Snap.
steal your whole interface because I already reverse engineered it a year ago.
And I got Instagram linked with Facebook now.
Yeah.
So holla back. I told y'all to take the fucking bag. Y'all didn't listen.
It's like the tech guys are the modern day mob.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm making you an offer you can't refuse.
Real shit.
Take the paper bag of money
Snapchat.
and live to see it.
Remember when we was like crazy lit on Snapchat? Was dope a couple years ago. I used to have so much fun on Snapchat.
I was trying to figure out. You've seen the girls taking all these pictures with like the surveillance video filter and shit. I was trying to figure out what the fuck it was. Somebody was like, "No, that's not an app. It's a filter on Snap." And I'm like, "Oh, no wonder I haven't been on Snap in 2 fucking years." Like,
it looks like the cheaters cam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is dope.
Day 2 of our investigation.
Yeah, y'all,
that joint,
y'all little bitches, and I'm only calling y'all little bitches because I don't know your names individually. Y'all be looking real good on that little surveillance cam. Most of y'all catfish, for real, but y'all be looking good on them surveillance cam photos.
I saw a catfish the other day. I was in Rite Aid, and Jody's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Oh shit, that's John." Damn, she don't look like that on.
Damn, you hit.
Damn, she don't look like that on Instagram. What's up with you? I was kind of shocked about.
Yo, real quick, before we switch topics, beautiful people from Philly here. What was that? What was the shit that was trending last week?
Beautiful. No, fine people.
Fine people from
Philly.
wherever. From wherever. Nigga.
Philly was in last place.
Philadelphia was not well represented.
No. It got so bad, bitches wasn't even posting themselves. They was like posting their friends. Like, yeah, this
I know I'm a hit. I'm gonna post my girlfriend.
I know I'm
I'm
hit.
gonna post my girlfriend from Abbotsford.
Yeah.
So, our fucking check the hashtag.
If the hashtags were find people from
Whatever
and then
city.
add a city.
Yes.
Chicago, Atlanta, Houston,
North Carolina fucking surprised me.
North Carolina, Houston, and
But North Carolina's a whole state. They was cheating.
yeah, they was a little cheating. North Carolina, Houston, and what was the other one? Oh, San Francisco.
Bad, some bad ones in San
A
Francisco.
lot of remember the chick that was like licking her lips for Steph Curry?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
Whole lot of them.
A lot of ambiguous race women.
Yeah.
So check the
A
fine
lot of
people.
biracial violin players.
Yeah. I'm with that vibe.
What's the one with the curly hair from the Westbrooks? Crystal?
Yeah.
Whole lot of them type
Got you.
Olivia from the Cosby shows, Lisa Bonet's,
The chick from Different World was
not Jasmine Guy.
no, the other one, the one with the curly hair with the brown
Summer?
curly hair. Yeah.
Summer? Yeah, a lot of them.
Lot
of curly hair.
Yeah.
You know they smoke weed, but it's like a sexy smoke weed type
Then
situation.
they like blow shotguns on your dick. It's like hot. It's like illegal, but it's hot.
Because there are some chicks that like they smoke weed and
They just smoked out.
it just looks poor.
Yeah.
It just looks very poor.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a chick the other day, like she was holding up a pack of backwoods and like an 8. I'm like, man, that's a dirty ass pick. That's a dirty ass pick.
Like a fucking backwoods fucking ad.
Yeah, but then there's some chicks that smoke weed and it's like a beautiful situation.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There's a lot of that going on in San Fran. But yeah,
Awesome. The fine people from Philly hashtag, just what I want everybody that listens to the show to do is go check the hashtag. The top vote getter on there is Catfish.
Oh, wow.
This is a fact. Seen it in person.
Okay.
Was forced to deal with it in person. It's Catfish.
Oh, wow.
This is the.
Sounds about right.
Is this your king?
Is this your king? Yeah.
Is this your finest person from Philadelphia?
It was bad. Yeah.
It was a train wreck.
It was.
It was a fucking train wreck, bro. I was really like searching like really hard.
Train wreck.
Yo, you ever been like really looking for hope? You ever been in a situation that's like full of despair and you just looking for anything to like give you like a ray of light
train wreck.
and like pull you out of the wreckage? Yeah. And I'm just scrolling,
like Batman trying to grab onto the ledge.
I'm just scrolling, like looking for anybody that's like maybe flying under the radar. And then once I looked and saw the tab at the top of what I was searching and it said top for the hashtag, I was just like, fuck this shit, man. This is the best we got to offer out of those that participated anyway.
Yeah, North Carolina was...
Oh, my God.
North Carolina was crazy.
Goodness gracious.
It was nice.
Somebody get Petey Pablo on the phone. We need to find out what's going on in North Carolina.
Fucking Petey Pablo. I got to give a shout out to Seagram's Gym because I drink it and they paying me for it. That's the greatest line ever.
Fucking Petey Pablo.
I got to give a shout out to Seagram's Gym. We can save the y'all weird. Bruno Mars.
Yes.
You want to deal with that situation real quick?
Man.
I should have downloaded a clip for what Shorty had said.
Yo, she was wild.
She was wild.
But here's the thing, though, right? What I've discovered is that she's been extremely consistent in her wild
with like fuckery
on Bruno Mars in particular. Like she just has
she's just been wild. Period.
Well, she has a vendetta against him. In addition to
she
her
said the greatest thing that happened to Aaliyah was her dying. I'm like, all right.
Like, come on, sis.
Like, sis. Come on. She like, when Aaliyah was alive, y'all liked her music and liked her movies, but when she died, she became this iconic status, and she wasn't that when she was alive. So the best thing was for her was dying. I'm like, well, that happens to anyone who dies.
Right.
You know, you become like Trayvon Martin became iconic. It's just the way it goes. When you pass away, people remember and cherish the time that you were here and with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. So I mean,
you want to explain what the
Shorty on the Bruno Mars
Bruno
shit? She's basically like, there's this viral video, and Shorty is basically like, yo, Bruno Mars is like the worst shit to ever happen to black music, and he's just stealing and this and that, and he just has no regard for his predecessors and this, that, and the third, and this is like cultural appropriation on steroids and blah, 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 and if Michael Jackson existed in this world today, he couldn't be bigger than a Bruno Mars because he's just like so much more racially ambiguous.
That was another wild joint. She said Michael Jackson wouldn't be successful.
Yeah, wouldn't be successful in this current marketplace and this and that, and she was just really wild, and I'm just like, yo, Bruno Mars is of Puerto Rican and Filipino descent. Yeah. So he's a minority. He's a person of color.
Right.
Two of the poorest sectors of persons of color in the world, right. Filipinos and Puerto Ricans. He's mixed with the fucking two. So he's got it double fucking hard. Yeah. He made his way as like a fucking bar singer and a wedding singer in fucking Hawaii. Right. Until I guess he made up enough money to start recording demos and writing these, records or whatever. And then he found an advocate in the music industry, start servicing these records for him. And he's written a lot of records for some of your favorite black artists. Nobody was crying and complaining when he was giving Jay-Z and Kanye hooks for fucking Watch the Throne. Nobody was complaining and crying when he was giving Beyonce additional lyrics for, see what I'm saying, some of her records. Like, when he was fucking giving Lil Wayne the hook for fucking Mirror, which is one of Wayne's biggest songs to fucking date, which has got like 1 billion views on fucking Vivo.
Talk about it.
So it's like, when you look and he took his time through his Grammy acceptance speeches to thank Teddy Riley and to thank Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and to say that I'm influenced by black music and I just love it so much.
He has a song on the album called Uptown Funk. Uptown Records. That's New Jack Swing, because that's what the album is. It's like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. He put
Cardi B on a record that he didn't have to put her on. He could have put anybody on that record that he wanted.
And did the In Living Color video with In Living Color at the end of the shit. Like, yeah, like,
So I just don't know how somebody could deduce cultural appropriation from that when he's going out of his way to say, I love black music, I love black culture, I'm in it, I'm of it, I celebrate it, I respect the people that came before me, I'm trying to push the culture forward in an era where music that sounds like mine does not exist, right, and blah, blah, blah. And historically speaking, things that have existed before always get revamped and redone and bigger, faster, stronger, bigger, better, remastered, whatever the case may be. LeBron arguably is a bigger, faster, stronger Michael Jordan. Kobe at a point was a not bigger, but a little bit faster, better scorer of a Jordan because things evolve. So if in the 80s and 90s, New Jack Swing was only reaching the R&B and the hip-hop charts, and then you take somebody that honestly is probably more palatable to a worldwide audience, and they make that same music, of course it's going to perform. Of course it's going to fucking win all the fucking awards and all that shit because it was already dope as fuck when the niggas did it.
Yeah.
So if you take somebody that is a little less nigga and they do it, it's going to fucking work.
Yeah.
Like they talked about on Drink Champs, underrated episode of Drink Champs with Mr. Fab and Too Short, and they were saying how Hammer used to come to the club with a cameraman, security, 10 bitches, like, and people like, who the fuck is that? They're like, I don't know who the fuck that is. He said, so by the time, but he would do it every night. So by the time, the fourth time you seen him, niggas like, man, you don't know Hammer? He's selling this shit. He sold this shit. So it's like, if Bruno Mars is more palatable and is an easier marketing package to put together than Teddy Riley and Aaron Hall, who Aaron Hall was a fucking piece of shit, beat every bitch he ever dated. But you don't hear nobody talking about that shit when you talk about cultural appropriation. Like, all right, well, what about the fact that one of the creators of this fucking genre of music was a fucking scumbag piece of shit and beat the dog shit out of Gloria Velez, almost beat her to death?
Gloria Velez, Jesus.
But Bruno Mars is somehow the issue.
When I first saw the video, I watched it, but I didn't have the sound on. It was just a bunch of nappy headed niggas sitting around like talking shit. And I honestly thought it almost reminded me of remember the skit on Lauryn Hill's album where like the kids was talking about looking for love? That's what I thought it was till I actually listened to the shit.
It's like, oh, y'all dead serious.
And I thought it was something like that. Then I actually listened to it and I'm like, oh no, this bitch is crazy. And she was just going off about him with the cultural appropriation. And I'm just like, I don't see that. This is my joint. Culture is meant to be shared.
Yes.
I think. I could be wrong. But I enjoy eating Asian food.
That's my shit. I love it.
It's from another culture. You understand? I enjoy, watching shows where they travel to. Like me and my girl's favorite show is House Hunters International, where they go to all these different places and show you all these different way people live and do all these things. Culture is just meant to be interactive. Yeah. It's supposed to be like that. I have friends that are white. I have friends that are Asian. I have friends that are Latino. I don't be like, hold on, I can only have a few Latino friends. And no, it's like, you cool, I'm cool, whatever. Right. It's like, that's just the way. There are interracial relationships everywhere.
Especially Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Especially Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It's the mecca. It's the mecca of all interracial relationships. But when I see black people do this a lot, there are cultural appropriations. Yeah. I think Justin Timberlake was a cultural appropriation.
Miley Cyrus with the
Miley
Cyrus is double dutching in and out of hip hop as she sees fit. Was like, oh, I just sold 15,000 with the country album. Oh, I'm about to go back and do some nigga shit. That's cultural appropriation.
Justin Timberlake was a pop sensation with a boy band. He left that and started literally making rap songs.
Yeah, rap
He
and
literally
R&B,
was taking rap beats and singing on them.
Yeah.
And so all these records did all these crazy tours, and now you're doing country music.
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
And let's not forget, in between that, you pulled out the titty of a fucking black American icon, and when shit got thick, you went and hid in your mansion.
Exactly.
So fuck Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's cultural appropriation. That's 100% what that is. Bruno Mars is in no way, shape, or form a cultural appropriator. It's no way around the shit. Bruno Mars is from the culture. He's of the culture. He's done things for the culture.
Yes.
The man literally gets up there and acknowledges everybody all the time.
And says, don't stop me.
Bruno Mars straight tweeted out, because the Super Bowl's in Atlanta next year. He straight tweeted the NFL, was like, yo, if y'all come to Atlanta and have the Super Bowl and y'all don't have big time hip hop and R&B Atlanta acts up there, y'all bugging. I want to see Outkast. I want to see T.I. It's like, that's Bruno Mars doing. Like, you're not a cultural appropriator when you're doing shit like that. Because he's right. Y'all should have Outkast. Y'all should have Ludacris. Y'all should have 2 Chainz. Y'all should, like, I don't.
T.I. and Future.
I don't want to see
Bloods.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just don't. And
I don't ever want to see Justin Timberlake ever again. Just to keep it a being. Like.
And that's my joint. It's like there are people who literally take from, like, I remember MTV did a show called Your Mama, where the dude from 70s show, you remember that shit? The dude from 70s show, Valderrama was Your Mama. And I used to hate this shit because it's just like, yo, like, you know, Your Mama is like it's our thing when we were kids. Yeah. Your mom did it, you know, your mom's so tall she could do a cartwheel and kick Jesus. Oh, like stupid shit. Like, and it's like watching people who they were like from Orange County and Honolulu.
And the shit ran for like 3 seasons.
And it's like, this is cultural appropriation. Yeah, like that's just goofy shit. That,
like at the very least, get Kel Mitchell to host the fucking show. God damn.
Like I keep it all here go another one. You ever watch the NFL when they do the Monday night countdown, when they do the come on, man? You know where that's from?
From Ed Lover.
Ed Lover.
Yeah, they
Come
stole
on, son.
it.
They straight took that. That's appropriation. It's like y'all see some shit that goes on in black culture and is lit, and you take it over to the main media, and they don't even understand where that shit comes from or what happened before that. That's cultural appropriation.
Because it's the what came first, the chicken or the egg. So if they don't know the origin of the shit, then they think you fucking created it.
But it's like when you in the culture and some shit is lit, it's gonna get. Look at Drake. Everybody started singing. It's part of the culture.
Yep. I remember hearing Drake in 2006, Room for Improvement, and I'm just like, I'm literally, I became a Drake advocate. I'm going around telling everybody like, yo, but this nigga right here, like, I'm telling you, like, this kid from Toronto, he's rapping, he's singing, he sound like fucking, I'm saying he's singing as good as Trey Songz and he's rapping as good as whatever dirty rapper you like right now. This is the next shit. And sure enough, fucking...
Like, think about when Kanye hit the scene. It was throwback jerseys, Ice, and Timbs, and big-ass fatigues. Kanye came out with a fucking polo bag, a fucking polo sweatshirt, with a fucking polo zip-up, with a polo hat on. And Kanye got on the track and said, from my polo fleece to my Jesus piece, I got family in high places like Jesus' niece. It wasn't but 2 years later, Kanye said, what I'm supposed to do now, man, the game all messed up. How I'm supposed to stand out when everybody get dressed up? Everybody started dressing like Kanye. Yeah. Everybody started dressing like Hov. Everybody started dressing like Lil Wayne. It's just the way the culture rolls. The shit moves. People see something, then they roll with it. This is why you'll look at like somebody like DJ Toomp, who will drop a beat and you like, who the fuck is DJ Toomp? Then you look up 4 years later, everybody got a beat from DJ Toomp. It's just think about what's his name over the last couple years. How high he got? The West Coast guy. Mustard. Beat. Like everybody,
niggas' grandmoms was rapping over Mustard.
Everybody now the new boy is the one who did Bad and Bougie.
Metro.
Metro don't trust you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way it go. So it's like when I see Bruno Mars, who did an album where he did a song like Versace on the Floor, and comes out and says Michael Jackson was such a big inspiration to me. I love Michael Jackson. I hope that I'm making him happy here on the earth. It's like, yeah, I felt that shit listening to Versace on the Floor, because that's some Mike Jackson music. Then you got Bruno, who comes out on the Victoria's Secret runway and does Chunky. You know what I'm saying? And then goes and like, yeah, shout out Teddy Riley, shout out Aaron. It's like, no, dog, this ain't cultural appropriation. This man's just in the culture.
Right.
Chunky's my shit, by the way. The Victoria's Secret joint, he destroyed that. But yeah, it's like I really just didn't. Granted, Them nappy headed niggas be driving me crazy. Them back to Africa niggas. They just sometimes
They be over analyzing
like,
shit.
It be over the top. You know what I'm saying? It's just like no. There are cultural appropriators. Bruno Mars isn't one.
Nah, this ain't that.
This in the words of Jeezy,
This ain't that, and that ain't this.
This ain't that, and that ain't this. Like, nah. Cultural appropriation, hell no. Don't even put that one on Bruno. The man's. It's crazy how you can really reach a point of success where you just piss everybody off, because the album had been out for over a year. I mean, it came out when I was in physical therapy. That was in 2006. What was that? The end of 16, going into 17.
Like October of 16.
Because I remember listening to shit going to my physical therapy. Yeah. I came back to work in fucking January of 17. So it's like the album has been out for over a year and a half, but it wins the Grammy for Album of the Year. People pissed.
Yeah, because it should have been 444. Sarcasm.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw somebody actually say, as a comment on that post, I don't have a problem with Bruno Mars until he beat 444 for Album of the Year. Well, let me just explain something to you fucktards about awards. If you can't win your segment, which is Best Hip Hop Album, how are you going to then leapfrog all segments and win Album of the Year or Record of the Year if you can't beat your own direct competition who's also in that category?
Like, newsflash, if you win that Grammy for Best Album of the Year, you won 2 Grammys.
Yes.
Because you also won whatever genre
you're in, you automatically win, dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
But people are so emotionally tied to like music and shit like that they just be wanting to be right so bad,
people are
and they
emotionally tied to bad thoughts. Joe Pesci doesn't have any Oscars. Yeah, it's just nothing I can say.
Joe Pesci Oscar.
Comes
3
right
words. Comes right up.
They will literally, a picture of Goodfellas will pop up. I'm not joking.
It happened.
But yeah, shout out Bruno Mars, man. Fantastic artist.
I love Bruno Mars.
The crazy part is, I saw somebody on that joint commented like, yeah, this the first album he had that was even good, and it's because he stole all the shit. I'm like, Unorthodox Jukebox is better than 24K Magic. Right. I'm just keeping it a bean with you. I think it's a perfect fucking album. But, the fuck do I know?
Just a guy with your own podcast with some independent thoughts.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. You asked, is social media making people stupider, or is it the school system?
I don't know. It's almost like a rhetorical question, because it's just like, I come in contact with so many stupid motherfuckers every day who don't know how to do deductive reasoning, who don't understand reading comprehension, who don't know how to second level think. And it's just like so frustrating. Like, I had a situation last night, right? I'm promoting a party right now. YF and Lucci, my birthday party tomorrow at Vanity Grand. I got all these I got 90 my Instagram is littered with YF and Lucci right now. Of probably 90 posts that are up, 5 of them are video drops that have YF and Lucci recording himself on video saying where he's going to be, when he's going to be there, and the date. Mm-hmm. So chick that doesn't follow me, overlooks all of that, goes to my most recent post and says, hey, is he really going to be there? Because I see that he's going to see this nigga because face. I see that he's going to be in DC the same night. So I'm just trying to make sure. I said, ma'am, he's absolutely going to be there. I have 90 posts on my page, 5 of which are video drops from him saying that he's going to be there. Second of all, I negotiated the deal for him to be in the other fucking city. And it's not DC, it's Baltimore. So you wrong again. And then looking at my track record and the brand that I'm associated with, which is Vanity Grand Philadelphia, we have never done a fake booking in a 3-year history of the company. Why will we start now? Yeah. Then see examples 2 and 1 that I already gave you.
With YF and Lucci.
Yeah.
Why not just tell y'all who's gonna be there?
If we're gonna start shooting, let's just shoot for the moon.
Y'all ain't gonna believe who we got this week. Stevie Wonder's coming. Like, let's just say anything.
Stevie Wonder's coming to make it rain, ladies and gentlemen. And we got the hologram Ray Charles coming too. So it's just little subtle nuances of shit with people, and then like that Al Gore shit and all that. It's just like, are y'all dumb because y'all in front of y'all phone screen all day, or are y'all dumb because when y'all going to school they not teaching y'all? Or are you dumb because...
It's weird because being in front of the phone screen, you would think could make you smarter because
it depends on what you're looking at.
The information is in there. You got to double tap the big circle, come out of whatever social media app you're on.
Got to get off tastyblacks.com.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I read a lot of like poker blogs and stuff like that because I'm in poker. I'm part of the culture.
You're trying to gain a competitive edge.
I literally do all of this shit on my, like, I buy poker books because I like the feel of having an actual book sometimes.
Yeah.
But a lot of this, I sent Ra a link the other night for a forum, like a joint I was reading the other night about 12 pre-flop steps, and a lot of the shit that I read is on my phone.
Yeah.
I pick up so much information from my phone. So it's like when I see people who literally just have no information, just no, like I see some of the weirdest opinions with no facts behind the shit. And it's just like, how the fuck do this happen? Like how?
And then the shit is like, I said what I said.
Like nigga in my job the other day, he hates LeBron. He argued with me. Come on, y'all be piping this nigga up. This nigga lead the league in turnovers. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Russell Westbrook's #1 in turnovers, followed by James Harden, followed by Joel Embiid, and somebody. He was just like, oh man, I'm not trying to go back and forth with all this fact shit. What the
You brought it up.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this shit is crazy how motherfuckers literally, like the Joe Pesci shit. It's small and people are just like, oh, whatever. It's so huge because it's like, yo, it only takes a second. And then no matter what's going on, this goes into my y'all weird. It's always somebody who believes the shit or runs with the shit. And my y'all weird.
Then there's a think piece on it.
Then a think piece. My y'all weird for this week is the niggas that be caping on the timeline. Right. I don't know about Instagram, but on Twitter, these niggas,
it's out of line.
They throw the cape on with anything a chick says.
Yo, nigga threw a cape on against me the other day for no reason.
None.
Like I was like, women love, and I'm a sarcastic, like, you know what I'm saying? This is who I am. For anybody I've been on Twitter for 9 fucking years. Mm-hmm. Anybody that's followed me for a while knows just like, Chad's a dickhead, but he's not serious. I said women love nonsense, strife, and controversy or something like that. And the nigga was like, women that you date love those things. Yeah. Mine love positivity and such and such and such and such. I said, nigga, where the fuck did you come from?
I see your tweet like, yo, I slapped the shit out of
you
me.
in front of one of them positive bitches. Like, fuck you talking about?
But nah, I see this shit a lot, and it just be like, yo, you don't have to do this. Like, you just don't. It's just no reasoning in the shit.
Jesus is watching. You don't have to do this.
I literally watched Shorty the other day. Newski posted a lot of her support comes from outside of the city. She was like, that Philly support Philly shit is dead. I watch niggas who literally use Philly support Philly in all their captions, comment on the shit like, yeah, ma,
you right, ma.
I see what she's saying. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, I don't think it's a Philly support Philly issue. I just think a lot of times people just be sick of y'all bullshit. Yeah. That's what I be thinking when it comes down to a lot of the shit. It's like the cape and shit though. It just doesn't have to happen. It doesn't make sense.
This how weird niggas is, man. Last night, right? This girl that I know put a post up like, I don't care how nice the place is or what's going on, blah blah blah. I'm not spending $40 to go out in Philly. Period. Y'all was already killing me with the 20. Then it's like y'all shouldn't have asked me to come. It's promoters in the comments laughing. I'm like, this shit ain't funny. Like, the fuck is y'all talking about? Like, imagine if you was like the top broccoli grower in the world, and then like a bitch was like, you know what, broccoli's really bad for you. Like, just making up lies. Yeah. Like, just dissing your whole fucking industry. You might have to kill the bitch. Like, this, like, No, this is factually incorrect, sis. Because the people that say shit like this, y'all not consistent. Like, one thing about me, I'm consistent. Day to day, minute to minute, week to week, month to month. I'm consistent as a motherfucker. I don't want to deal with no nonsense. I ain't gonna cause nobody no nonsense. I'm a straightforward nigga. I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about me. And if we gonna do business, I'm gonna be a straightforward nigga. I ain't never robbed nobody. I don't got no bad name. And that's just what it is. I am who I am. I'm consistent. Y'all be so inconsistent. Y'all will say, I'm not spending $40 to go out in Philly, but y'all will go and see if Trey Songz is somewhere and it's $40 to get in. Y'all won't pay $40 there, but y'all will go to Miami and spend $200 to see the same nigga that you wouldn't see at home for $40. Yeah. Y'all are inconsistent. And that be my problem with it. And I started to say something and I was like, you know what? I don't need to be talking to y'all. And I wrote a whole thing out and I just deleted. I said, you know what? I don't need to be talking to these people anyway. I should unfollow you.
Real talk. Any goofy shit I see, I unfollow. I ain't got time for it. And the same way you talk about, I'm consistent too. I hate you niggas all the time. It's not,
all day, every day.
It's never not gonna change. So it's like, a lot of the shit I see, I just really just be like, dog, like what? I see niggas. Now that I think about it, on Instagram too, niggas be in chicks' comments saying any and everything. Like, dog, you are not about to Malcolm X your way to this bitch's heart. You're bugging. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, if it was me, ma, have a dozen roses for you every. No, you wouldn't.
Niggas just be saying anything.
You will realize, you will fuck this bitch 2-3 times, realize she's a meathead, and then get tired of her like the last 19 niggas.
And y'all the reason that this shit is like that, though. Honestly, y'all the reason that a lot of these chicks act this way. Y'all the reason a lot of these people, just in general, act the way they act. It's like y'all give them so much clout and so much
for doing nothing,
but for absolutely nothing. That it's like, yo, what's wrong with just liking a pic and keeping it the fuck moving?
Yeah.
If you catch me saying anything on a pic, it's a joke. But it's a joke right. With somebody. I'm not about to be on a chick. Like, niggas be on chicks' pics saying anything. Like, what?
Shit is crazy. And then the niggas that's hitting chicks with the motherfucking eyes and the no invites on every post. Y'all have to fucking relax, hound dogs. They have the DM feature for a reason. Yo, you look crazy.
I was fucking with John and JT today because John posted a tweetgram, was like, I don't care how long I known a nigga, I'm not liking no picture of a nigga selfie. And then I went to JT's last selfie, and John
there was John.
I was fucking with him about it.
And here you are.
And I'm like, this is just the inconsistency. The inconsistency. It's like, that's a long night. But it's like, it's like people literally have gotten to the point where they go on Instagram, Twitter, and just say anything. I don't give a fuck if it's true. I don't give a fuck if it's right. I'm going to just say it because somebody's going to agree with me. Because people follow me and they dickheads, and, it is what it is. But for me, I just got a joint where I don't know. I just like being factual.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you just got to let people do what they do and just like, whatever. Like, it's chicks that literally post the thirst traps all day and people fall for the trap all goddamn day and night.
Like, you gonna fall for the same trap? You gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe every time?
Here you are on this pic saying some stupid shit.
Once again.
This chick weigh 145 pounds in the best shape of her life, posting a picture of her in a bikini talking about, I think I'm getting a little fat. And this nigga's on there like, you look good to me, ma. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Here I come. You look terrible. Have a horrible day.
That shit crazy, man. I see people just going berserk, but not even them, like just the comment and the silly shit, but literally sticking up for, like, a chick could say something or a nigga could say something, and it's a nigga that come on the post with the Me Too movement attitude, and it's just like, dog, what are you doing? Like, this shit be wild, dog. And what was you about to say, though?
My y'all weird for this week is the solid nigga over popular nigga meme that's been floating around social media.
Yo, listen. I told my girl about that shit the other day.
Like, yo, this shit bothers me so bad.
But for y'all that don't live under a rock, a lot of the biscuit head chicks on the timeline was posting tweetgrams that said, solid nigga over popular nigga.
Period.
And when I saw it the first 240 times, because none of you niggas have any originality. When I saw it for the first 240 times, I thought to myself, why can't you just be solid and popular?
Like what happens when the two intersect? Does the world explode? What happens? Like what the fuck happens when those two things?
What will happen next week on Dragon Ball?
Like what happens when the two intersect? So somebody, a homegirl of mine, put that shit up the other night, and I'm like, yo, I was like, you're smart. You're smarter than this, and you're my friend. Delete this. And she's like, why? I'm like, because. I'm like, the nature of the statement is an oxymoron. It's stupid. I said, because if y'all want solid, quote unquote, solid niggas over popular niggas, how do you determine who's solid when y'all bitches do the wrong types of homework on niggas to begin with?
Bruh.
Y'all ask y'all whore ass girlfriends about a nigga and this and that, but you'll have a man in your family that's well respected or whatever, and you won't ask him because you don't want him, quote unquote, in your business. Next thing you know, you got a baby by a fuck boy because you wouldn't ask your fucking cousin what's up with this nigga. Now you got to find out the hard way he's a clown when he's not paying child support.
The crazy, all these chicks got babies by dudes they don't deal with.
Yeah. All of them.
It's like, well, where was your Tweegram logic when you was searching for baby fathers? Like, this shit is mind-blowing, yo.
So I said, listen, furthermore, I said, this is total bullshit because why do half of my followers have tongue emojis and pussy emojis and Dave East and Quavo mentions all day long? Like, if y'all so interested in solid niggas, like, these are the most popular niggas on the internet. Tyra Banks try to fucking fuck Dave East. Like, these are the most popular niggas on the internet, and y'all are following suit, thirsty as fuck right along with it. She's like, well, I don't like either one of them, but you do like Future, bitch. You love him. You worship the man. Yeah. And that nigga's the most popular nigga in Atlanta. One of the most popular humans alive. Yeah. And you ain't turning that dick down for nobody. So
the funniest shit was the joint said solid niggas over popular niggas. And Love said, yeah, the niggas y'all be fucking be about as solid as that rock y'all dads be smoking. Shut the fuck up. I told my girl about that. That's the weirdest shit ever. I was fucking rolling off of that.
Love said, man, he said this shit is stupid, but okay.
Yeah, it really was. I forgot all about that. That was a dumbass tweet.
I hate that.
And I saw
delete that shit from your vocabulary, man. Please.
That goes to what I was saying, but like it's just the people say anything on these apps, yo. And it's people that really be like liking it and then commenting on it like, yes, girl. Like, what?
Like, bitch, your baby father got 9 kids by 8 different bitches. Get out of here.
Like, not only is your baby father popular, but he's also not solid.
Right, he's a weirdo.
It's like the shit don't make sense. And it's like somebody had mentioned it the other day on Twitter. I forgot who it was. Like, you know, you can be thorough and not have to be like a street nigga. And it's just like,
what a concept.
Yeah, what a concept. It's just like, no, you can really just have like, people don't understand this. Being thorough has nothing to do with, you know, getting shot 12 times or taking a case for that. Being thorough is understanding who you are.
Yeah, and your character as a man.
It's understanding who you are and being comfortable in who you are as a person. That's like, when motherfuckers have to change up, that's not thorough. The way I act with you is the way I act around my family. It's the way I act at work. It's the way I act when I go to a poker room. It's the way I act when I do anything. It's just, that's thorough. Just be yourself. Yeah. Motherfuckers legit used to tell me, yo, you ain't got to, you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to do X, Y, and Z because you understand I used to come to the park as a young boy. I'm talking about with like the OGs of and literally just crack jokes on everybody. Right. I was like 10. I used to get body beat left and right, but they understood, yo, that's just Matt. Matt just be out here talking shit, making fun. Like, it's just what going on. To the point where when I started coming around as I got older, it just was snapping time. That's all that went on. Right. We used to be on the bricks at the rec behind Rod Crib. Everybody just be out there cracking jokes, busting and shit. It's what it is. Understand who you are. That's being solid.
Gotta know yourself.
Y'all be like wanting niggas that like have bullshit street allure and then, you know, got a pricks with a green door, but the car is tan.
There's some street shit happened to that nigga and you realize he not who you thought he was.
Yeah.
Now you salty.
Don't get me started.
Yo, there's a video that went viral like 2 weeks ago, but it just made World Star yesterday. A video of this girl holding her boyfriend and shielding him.
Oh my God!
And her cousin was beating the shit out of this nigga.
Yeah.
beat him up already. Let him go. Don't hurt my baby. The nigga climbed up a car and jumped on this nigga with 2 feet off the top of the car.
While she was protecting
him.
Crazy.
And apparently the reason why he beat the nigga up is because he beat her up.
Yeah. These bitches be meatheads, man.
Y'all weird. Y'all super fucking weird.
Got anything else you want to do?
Hey, man, I'm done, man. For those of you in the Philadelphia area, surrounding area, join me and Matt tomorrow at my birthday bash, Vanity Grand Philly, 6130 Passyunk Avenue, hosted by YFN Lucci. You get your tickets tonight up until 9 p.m. Friday. VanityGrandPhilly.com. What else? Yeah, that's all I got, man. My birthday's actually on the 29th, so by the time we come back to record, it'll be my actual birthday.
Yeah, you and Rod got the same birthday. I always forget.
Rod, you got to come up for a birthday show, dog.
Yeah, but Rod, we'll bring Rod's goofy ass up here next week. I was just talking to Rod.
People are weird and ugly.
If I'm still in the country, I'll be here.
I'm still in the country.
Because I want to move so bad.
Dog, I hate everybody.
No, I'm not trying to be. I told my girl the other day, I got to move to Monte Carlo and Monaco. I got to get out of America. It's going to hell.
Hell in the handbasket.
Oh, it's getting worse and worse and worse. They got places they can go do heroin now. That's scary.
But you want to lock me up for a couple pounds of weed, you motherfuckers.
Not my America. That's scary as shit.
Not in my America.
But we out. Realest podcast ever on all social media. We got the Roots picnic coming up.
We got the Roots picnic. We gotta plan and strategize. Plan, plot, strategize.
I don't even know what the fuck you do with a live podcast. Like, is it gonna be us up there with the?
I don't know if we get a slot.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know if we get a slot. Like, I don't know if we're just up there, everybody recording.
People have been hitting me like, yo, I need to get some tickets. And I'm like, I don't even know if I have a ticket. I'm going to have to pay to get in that motherfucker. Like, I'm
on the bill, but I still got to pay somehow.
Yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. So we'll let y'all know and keep y'all posted.
When we know, y'all will know.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? April will be 60 days. April 2nd will be 60 days out. I'll have some info.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. Need the info.
Yeah.
In the words of Dr. Evil.
We're going to get this intro together sometime soon.
Sometime in 2018.
Sometime we're going to get this motherfucker together. Where the fuck is Just at?
We had to do a Where's Just show.
Just sold us. I'm almost positive.
Just definitely sold us
Just
to
sold
fucking Taylor.
There's no way around it. I haven't seen this motherfucker in months.
He gonna tell me, yeah, I'm gonna pop in when y'all record next week. Then we fucking had to cancel the show last week and shit. He's talking about, yeah, I'm gonna pop in. We told him 2 days in advance, yo, we can't record, blah, blah, blah. He couldn't even get us an alternate slot. Yeah. Treating us like stepchild. You would think that we don't have the number 1 podcast in Philadelphia.
It's a packed house up here all the time. They recording in the back now.
Oh, yeah?
When they recording back there? Yeah. Because it was all the different studios.
Yeah.
I saw them going back there. But we out. Realest podcast ever. I'm your boy, Matt Makes Me Sick.
It's your boy, C. Diddy.
And, see Chad at the club. Don't come to the poker room as always.
Stay out the poker room. Hashtag stay out the poker room.
Yo, it was 2 Negroes in the poker room the other day just walking around.
Meandering.
Just meandering. They were just walking around. Like, the white folks ain't as cautious because, whatever. But I'm just really on the tip like, why are these niggas walking around like this?
Yeah, they trying to scope who got the nice chip stack.
And it just literally got to the point where it's just like,
hey, yo, my man, get the fuck from in here.
I'm about to notify the authorities. This is getting fishier and fishier.
Hey, man, every now and again, you got to notify the authorities.
And then they walked around the program for like 5 minutes and then just walked out and went up the escalator, like up into the other part of the casino. And I just thought that shit was mad weird. And it was just like...
Yeah, because you were 100% correct. It was mad.
That's why I hate Sugar House. Like, not the poker room, but the actual casino. Like, walking through it and seeing the meanderers is like, yo... What y'all doing, yo?
Remember when niggas was getting shot leaving Sugar House every week?
Every goddamn week. And then when I actually went into the casino and, like, it's 6 things you can play at a blackjack table.
Yeah.
All the seats is filled up. It's only 2 people playing. It's like, what the fuck is going... Like, people literally are in there just sitting around.
Yeah. Like, oh, you hit the lucky lady? Oh, all right, bet.
The dealer had blackjack? Oh, shit. You won $5,000 then. That's what's up, boy.
We won. You won $5,000, bro.
I hit the lucky ladies in Sugar House going to the bathroom. Yeah, the poker room had a tent.
Yeah.
Because the poker room was being built, but the tent didn't have a bathroom, so you had to walk over to the regular casino to use the bathroom. It was a quick little walk, but I walked over and I was getting killed that night playing poker anyway. Ross was like killing. He was at the 1-3 like destroying him.
Yeah.
And I was down like probably like 700 that night. I went over, put a bean on the blackjack table. First hand, I had blackjacks, jack of spade, and the dealer was like, "Oh damn! If you would have had something in the bonus, I ain't had nothing in the bonus." He's like, "If you'd have had something in the bonus, that'd pay 20 to 1 because you had 2 suited cards for 20." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." The next hand, I put $10 in the bonus, and the chick next to me was like, "Don't do it. They sucker bets." I'm like, "Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm losing."
Yeah.
I put the $10 in the joint, put 40 in the circle to play the hand. He started running the shit out. Queen of heart went back around. Queen of heart. Everybody was looking at me. I'm like, "What?" Dealer was like, "You just won $2,000." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Time to go.
And because it paid 200 to 1, I had $10 in the joint, and he had an ace showing. If he'd had blackjack, it'd have been $10,000.
Damn.
But he had a 6 under the ace. But yeah, quick $2,000 in black chicks. I'm like, let me get the fuck out of here. These niggas start lurking. I don't need to meanderers knowing I just picked up this quick little 2,000. You know what I'm saying? I shot back over to the fucking poker room.
My man hit that shit for like 13,000.
Oh yeah,
The lucky lady for like 13,000.
My second hand at the table, I hit that shit. Shit was crazy. Motherfuckers be sick because they be sitting there smoking cigarettes and lost all their fucking money. I swooped right in, hit that bitch, and got the fuck out of there. It should be crazy like that, man. There's a chick recently, not that we talking about it, at Harrah's, they got $1 million 3-card poker straight flush.
Yeah.
You know 3-card poker. If you get ace, king, queen of diamonds and the dealer has Jack 10-9 of diamonds, it's $1 million for a $5 bonus. The lady hit it last week, but didn't have the $5 in the bonus. She thought she won the mill, but she didn't have nothing in the bonus. All the security. My man Chuck, shout out Chuck. He security. It was like they literally had to like pull her out the casino.
Oh, I bet.
Like, she was freaking out because she hit the shit. She had ace, king, queen, and the dealer had Jack 10-9.
So what did she win?
The hand. Like, fuck you mean? Like she had nothing in the bonus.
Dang. That note, I'm going home to go to sleep. That hurt.
Yeah, $1 million.
Damn.